chaos within the tournaments spread across the area, so we'll talk about that here in just a bit. But before that, the Boomers have a great road test. They're in the Eagles this night, taking on Weatherford, the mighty Eagles, if you will. Both teams ranked inside the top 20 in Class 4A for the Weatherford Lady Eagles. They roll this at 11-2 on the season. Number 11 in Class 4A, the Eagles on the boys' side, number 6 in Class 4A. They are undefeated at 13-0. And joining me tonight among the carousel, I guess you could say, partners we've had over the season, we've had Kyler Rogers, we've had Michael Barnes, we've had Ely Noble, we've had Don Gaines, we've had Ron Sunderland. Felt like there's one guy we needed to throw in there, so we got him tonight. It is none other than the bass behind Boomer TV, Chris Godwin. Coach Godwin, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing good. I'm glad the ultimate last resort. You know?
I wouldn't say a last resort. Come on now. Some would draft you first overall.
You've got
Maybe
a whole
not
laundry list you just mentioned before I got on. So no, it's good. It's good to be on.
Yeah, and we got going to have a lot of fun with it. Obviously, you're man of the Boomer TV side tonight, taking care of that. So that is live and rolling as the boys about to finish up their JV side of things. But I mentioned the mighty opponent tonight against Weatherford. But the Boomers roll into this with a lot of momentum. The girls come in at 7-7 on the season. They've been clawing, fighting to get back to 500 and above. They're right on the cusp with that. But now Weatherford stands in the way of trying to get over that mark, if you will. But the Boomer Girls have won 6 of their last 7 games. They've really turned it on to start the new year. The boys up to 9-4 overall. They've won 6 of their last 7 as well. They found a nice little streak of wins. And both of these teams coming off 2-0 weeks. They both took care of Dodge City. The girls doing so with a defensive battle, 53-34 there. And the boys blew past Dodge City 97-71. The girls then turn around, beat Clinton without Kayla Mills on the road Friday, 48-35, and another good defensive battle. The boys, it started a little touch and go, but Clinton couldn't quite hold the pace, and the Boomers rolled in that one, 84-71, or 51, excuse me, with the Boomers not having Jake Graff. And I can tell you, as of today, for this game, we will again be without Kayla Mills on the girls' side, so expect to see Ella Howard draw another start there. And for the boys, Jake Graff also still out. Dealing with a personal family matter. Kayla Mills, of course, twisted her ankle at the Dodge City game, still dealing with that. Obviously, that's something you don't want to rush back from, and you want to keep her healthy as you can be as you eye towards playoffs. Even though it is going to be a busy week, I mentioned tonight, but tomorrow we begin the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament a day early due to that potential incoming winter weather. Going to be cold, maybe some snow, so everybody said, hey, we got to get these tournaments either in the books or started. So that means tomorrow, instead of Thursday, the Boomers will open that Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament. Kingfisher, the girls, will also have a new opponent. It was scheduled to be Guyman. Guyman tonight is on the road for a district contest in 5A against Midwest City. Obviously for them, that'll be a late night back. Tough turnaround to make it the next day, so they're going to pull out at least for tomorrow on the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament. Me and the Boomers, it sounds like, will be taking on Harrah's JV squad on the girls' side to replace that opponent. The boys, however, will still indeed be facing the high-powered Chisholm Longhorns. That'll be at 5:30, so the girls at 1, guys at 5:30 will have both of those games on Z92. It'll be a tough tournament. Obviously, Kingfisher on both sides really good. This Weatherford pair will be there as well. Guthrie, Harrah, Perkins, Tryon, all in the mix as well for that tournament. So it should be a pretty good one, pretty competitive for that. And on top of that, our Roundball roundup coverage, a little change in the lineup there as well. We're scheduled to be on the K101 side at the Shattuck Shootout this weekend. That tournament moved up. No time changes in terms of your time slots, no bracket changes there, but now it'll be tomorrow night beginning that. Michael Barnes will lead that coverage. He'll have Visay and O'Keene on the girls' side at 6 o'clock. That'll be followed by O'Keene and Boise City. Close the night at 7:20. He'll pick up the 6 o'clock and 7:20 games. The semifinals, part of those semifinals, if you will, on Friday night, or Thursday night, excuse me. And then on Friday, we will have the championship games. And we're going to do the third place games on Saturday. But obviously, I had to kind of cut those out, unfortunately. So it'll be the championship games on Friday night with that. Keep in mind that the weather is scheduled to hit sometime, maybe Friday afternoon, Friday night into Saturday. So a lot of these tournaments are saying, hey, should we not be able to get things in Friday, move that to Monday. So there is a scenario out there where you theoretically play tomorrow, Thursday, have your break for the weekend due to the weather, and then come back on Monday. So we'll have to see how that develops. And of course, as I should have expected, Weatherford's apparently homecoming tonight for the basketball side, and why not? But Chris, as we get to these matchups, these teams, I want to touch more on that 2-0 week for both sides for the Woodward girls and boys. Starting out with the boys, I mean, my goodness, they have been on a stretch. You go back to that week capital tournament. You beat Alva 72-55. You beat Cushing 82-50 to close that tournament. So you win pretty big on both sides there after falling in round 1 to Jones. And then you just continue that roll against Dodge City, scored a season-high 97. Saw the viral Caden Gaines dunk. Gage Hutchins sets a new career high with 26 in that one. Then you get to Friday. Oh, he just put up 84 points. Gage goes for 31 in that game, another new career high. Cole Reed was doing fantastic stuff. He had 24, even when Caden wasn't having his best shooting night. So you look at the boys' side, and we'll start there because you have coached Gage Hutchins on the soccer side. We're talking about the way up. When he gets rolling, when he gets into the flow state, if you will, his anticipation, his ability to see things happen or know they're going to happen is truly next level. We saw that play out last week in those 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a phenomenal player the last couple of years for me specifically, but what I've noticed on the court this year, it's more or less just his IQ and I like to compliment soccer players for playing basketball because they typically do a good job jumping passes, around the perimeter once they're trying to go inside the paint. You'll see a lot of the players that come from Woodward that come up with those steals a lot of time in transition or have a soccer background, and it's just kind of predictability of how passing patterns happen. But Gage has got a great IQ for that. He jumps passes, does a lot of dirty work, works really hard. But what I've seen this year from him, he complements the attack very well. So not only does he win it defensively, but it could be a sporadic pass that gets out to him, and it just seems like the pass that he delivers or the shot that he creates was something unexpected, but it works out beautifully.
Well, and with that, you mentioned sporadic, probably the best word, because he's one of those guys, those few guys that you see in the basketball side that it seemingly is more comfortable shooting off balance, whether that be a tough layup, a tough mid-range shot, even a three-pointer, than he is with his feet set. A lot of guys, rhythm guys, Gage is very much in the flow of things when it comes to that. And then you mentioned the passing. He's had a couple of them this year, but some of those highlight, no look, sometimes behind the back, little bounce passes, just special stuff in the playmaking in the open court when he gets to that. So you can tell those senses are active. So that's been fun to see. And obviously, with the way the averages are right now for the Boomer boys side, you got Gage contributing 15 a game about. You got Cole Reed sitting in that 16, 17 range a lot of times. Then Caden Gaines, he's right at 20 points, just a bit under. He's been just a bit over it. But you get those 3 rolling, Woodward becomes tough to stop because we've started to see developments of, Aaron Laredo getting inserted at that starting lineup before that week capital tournament. He's had some good success there, contributed some career highs into the double figures, sometimes high single digits. When it comes to scoring, Grayson Roach, that swap has worked out for him. He seems a lot more comfortable coming off the bench. He's delivered some career high performances and some great single-digit contributions. And then that's not to factor in, some nights you'll get a Luke Talley that goes for a few extra points, Jay Graff, somebody like that. And you get 3 players that are going to average at least, 14, 16 plus, and then you factor in those other guys. All of a sudden, you've got a really well-balanced attack. And as a coach, no matter the sport, that's got to be your ultimate dream, to have a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, I think up to this point, before we get into that district play or the regional play and all that, you're sampling, like you're experimenting with team chemistry. You're experimenting on substitution rotations, and I think we're kind of getting, and I say getting, we are there, right? We're on a 6 out of 7 win. We're kind of on the up and up there, but I'd say that the recipe is working. The energy has been good. I'm excited to see kind of, a few more players reach a level of game understanding and a sense of, knowing the moment. Don't overcompensate or don't rush a possession. Understand how much time's on the clock and control the game whenever we get into tough matches like this that we're about to go into with Weatherford.
That'll be a true test for sure. On the girls' side for Woodward, boy, cannot say enough about Lexi Mendel, the senior, averaging 16 points a game coming into this contest. Has been on a stretch. The last 7 now, she has hit 15 or more in each of those contests. We've seen 4 20-plus point performances in that. She's been as high as 25, but has been numerous times in that 22, 24-point range. You also get, Kaylee Mills going off in that stretch as well. She's had a season-high 23 back at the Wheat Capital tournament. Unfortunately, going to be without her tonight for a second time in a row, as we mentioned. But you say that, we knew those two were going to be key contributors, if not the lead contributors, obviously, coming into the season. They've delivered. But what's been a great development, really since right before the break and into the new year, we're starting to see Caitlin Colt, Taylor Floyd, Bailey Nelson, those three starting to get a lot more comfortable in what they could bring. On the offensive side, they've started out and been solid defensively all year, but really starting to see them play with a lot more confidence offensively. Caitlin went for 13 Friday night to complement Lexi's 15 in that win over Clinton. We've seen Bailey Nelson have games well into double digits. Same for Taylor Floyd, and a lot of times they'll be in the high single digits. And then you reach to the bench. Ella Howard's come off the bench and had some big moments as well, not only defensively, but helping with that outside shooting, stretching the floor a little bit. Zoe Chavez, while she may not get involved as much on the scoring side, we've seen her play some valuable minutes on the defensive end because this Woodward bench right now is not necessarily the deepest. Typically, you go beyond Ella and Zoe, you get decades to them. It's usually more end-of-game situations or some spot minutes, and that'll be tested again tonight with the fact that Kayla's out. We expect Ella Howard to start again, but Chris, when you see that confidence develop in those young players that we're talking about, that's, again, got to be huge for Coach Jones and crew to say, okay, they're starting to realize they can contribute in multiple ways.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple names there. Ella Howard, I'm excited when she sees the floor because she is reaching a new level of confidence, and she's taking some very brave shots at times, and they're falling, and I think that's boosting the morale of the team, and they're gaining a little bit of energy and momentum off of that. But the other one is Chavez. I'm excited to see her development over the next couple of years. She's an athlete, she is. She has athlete in her blood, and I'm expecting that these minutes that she's receiving this year are going to pay double as she progresses through the program.
That'll be exciting development. I'm curious to see too. I mentioned a girl like a Kate Sporin. We've seen Zoe Smith get some minutes. Yeah. Tatum Ray, some of those girls, see if they can kind of work their way in as we get towards the back half of the season. That's been something typically, and I'm sure you can speak to this as a coach. When you got a JV player that's developing and you start to see that progression, when is a good time to get them in during, a regular season stretch run? Is there really any rush, or is it a timing deal? Is there a window that you say, okay, I'd like to have them start being more in the lineup, if you will, off the bench by this time of the season? How do you approach it?
It's a great question, and honestly, it kind of just goes with a sense of feeling and understanding the moment. I never want to put a player into a position where it might be overbearing or they feel like they have to outplay their own set of standards or expectations. I want them to fit into the system, and I want them to have a really good understanding of what it is we're trying to do that day. If they're having a great success with JV games, and not only are they succeeding at their role in the JV match, but they're excelling and assisting the players around them. It's not about what they're doing performance-wise, but how they're bringing up the players around them. If you can see that transpire, where it's not just them succeeding, but they've actually included a couple other players, that's when they're actually a player that can help on a later game in a varsity match.
And I bring up the JV side of that a bit more tonight simply because, as I mentioned, with the move up of the tournament this week, Woodward is going to be in a situation where you're on the road for 4 days in a row. You got Weatherford tonight, be Kingfisher the next 3 days. Not that those are super long road trips, but 4 games in 4 days on a high school athlete is not easy. So I'm curious to see whether it's Coach Jones on the girls' side or whether it's Coach Gaines on the boys' side, who emerges as maybe some of those deeper roster players that can help you out in what are going to be key contests. I mean, this is a stretch week where not only played a good ranked Weatherford team tonight on both sides, the girls that girls bracket, even though you don't get Guyman, which would have been a good test, there's still plenty of other great teams on that side that you may have to deal with either in the consolation or the winner side. And then for the boys, I mean, that's a murderer's row as well. You got Kingfisher who's playing really good ball on the boys' side. Weatherford, of course, who's undefeated right now. That Chisholm game to start out, that's going to be an up-and-down contest. Chisholm put up 106 points in their win over Perry to start the week capital tournament the other week, and then drew Kingfisher to a tight loss, same with the Jones game. So they're not a team that's afraid. They're ranked number 11 in Class 3A, so they're looking to make a splash as well. So I'm curious to see who emerges as maybe not necessarily an unsung hero, but as you know, Coach, a couple of those extra spot minutes or those extra instances, man, that could go a long way when you're in a tough stretch like that in the brunt of a season.
Well, I can say that this wasn't planned. Like,
right? Yes, it's not intentional.
Like
sure.
this whole weather thing changing, like from them having a day off to they get a day off tomorrow, right, and then they go play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, the unexpected weather pattern happens, and all of a sudden we're now blending almost 2 weeks together because as a coach, you really game plan for rest as much as you do the game.
Sure.
And there's a strategy behind it, and it's super important that the players receive that time frame. And so, personally, I would approach this with a sense of understanding of where we want to go. Obviously we want to win. Like, obviously competitiveness is a thing. Is this the state tournament? Is this regionals? No, it's not. And so giving those players that are on the cusp an opportunity to kind of get some floor time, I see there's a lot of value there. One, confidence. They can come back home and say, hey, I got 10 minutes, I got 15 minutes out on the floor this weekend, and that was an awesome experience, and so their confidence is greater. We've got more JV games down the road. We hope that confidence is boosting and it's brewing right onto the floor and the JV I'd say matches, JV games, so that way that just elevates their play. So I'd encourage those younger players getting some minutes in a situation like this where it didn't go necessarily scheduled as planned. Pick your moments, whether it's the first game or somehow you get into a situation the second game and you're kind of in a healthy lead or whatever it is. You'll have your opportunities. I do believe that it's super valuable to find that proper rest time for the ones that are going to be your primary minute players down the stretch.
See, that's why we bring on Coach Godwin, because we can dig into that coach's mind a little bit. More parallels between soccer and basketball than you think, folks. I know one's played with the foot, the other with hands. I promise you there's more parallels than you think there. We see a lot of times. Talking about some basketball tonight, don't forget that college-wise, Oklahoma State, their pregame is currently going on K101 right now, as the men will be on the road against TCU. That'll tip off at 7 o'clock. That will be on K101. As for OU, their men in action tonight, already underway against South Carolina on the road. And unfortunately, the Sooners struggling early. 26-14 they're down with about 7:45 left in that first half. So OU, bit of a tough stretch on the men's side, trying to find a win there. Oklahoma State coming off that win against Kansas State there tonight, looking to keep their momentum. Weatherford's homecoming activities, if you will, they are in the books. So we'll go ahead and step aside for a break, come back and start breaking down the matchup between the Woodward Boomers and the Weatherford Lady Eagles. Boomer basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Woodward Steel, your tri-state leader in steel, wants to remind you that in addition to taking care of all your steel needs, Woodward Steel carries other important materials such as stainless, aluminum, 4-inch to 12-inch PVC pipes and fittings, and so much more. If you're in the shop or out in the field and in need of fabrication materials, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call 580-324-8005 to talk with the staff, or visit the shop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 210 48th Street in Woodward. Woodward Steel, your trusted tri-state leader in steel.
Back here at Weatherford, Chris got the top three Boomer basketball. The girls up first, taking on the Weatherford Lady Eagles. As we mentioned, Weatherford rolls on this one at number 11 in Class 4A. They sit at 11-2 on the season. And you look at their schedule. Last loss came to Jones. Or I say that, excuse me. There are only two losses. First to Jones, who Boomers beat in that week capital tournament. Weatherford lost that 48-43. That was back on December 11th, so early in the season. And then most recently lost to McGinnis, 54-48. But otherwise have been really solid. And it's not necessarily high-scoring affairs. A lot of times they're scoring in the low 40s, maybe low 50s. But the key there, they're holding their opponents often to the mid-30s, sometimes the high 20s. So it's a defensive-led team, defensive-minded team by Coach Callie Hallworth in her second season ahead of the Weatherford, leading the Weatherford Eagles. And the big player you got a circle coming into this one, none other than Deja Gibbons. We mentioned it the last time these two teams last matched up. Grant Gibbons, former girls coach here at Weatherford, back on the boys staff and assistant. Deja coming back for her senior season after spending some time at Duncan, and she's having a great year. 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple assists, almost 3 steals as well. And she's getting some good help from players like Talon Payne, another senior averaging just under 10 points a game. Peyton Mills averaging around 7 points a game, another senior there in the lineup. This Weatherford team ultimately plays 3 seniors, a junior in Ella Strickler, who's averaging 8 points, 7 boards, and 1 sophomore in Maggie Haggard, who's averaging just over 3 points, but is also giving 5 rebounds and a couple assists per game. But I say all that, Coach Godwin, you've got a defensive-minded Weatherford team. That's going to be the challenge tonight for Woodward. Without Kaylee Mills, without that energizer, can you find the baskets against this Weatherford team? It seems like it's going to be the challenge.
Yeah, so, something that I've seen us do really well, actually, is in our chances at the line. We've been able to capitalize on our opportunities. And so, they are defensive-minded. I would look to see if our girls can kind of match that with maybe an attacking mindset to really try to break their confidence in that defensive break, right? Or we don't want them to be in a situation where we're rushing our possessions and just throwing the ball around or what. Like, I would say put them on their back foot in a sense of getting them into a situation where maybe they're reaching a little too far, or they're delayed on stepping out to us because they're afraid of maybe drawing in contact or something like that. So good teams find a way to be great at defense, and so we just have to find strategies to soften them up a little bit. And as soon as we start getting those opportunities, maybe we're capitalizing opportunities at the line, start softening up that defense, and then we can take some bigger chances at driving in and whatnot. But Lexi Mendel's done great at being creative and finding opportunities. I loved her performance at Bethany. That was one of my favorites. You know, I know that there's players on this team that if given the opportunity, they'll find a way to make something happen as they progress to this part of the season.
You mentioned that word attack. You know, that's something in the first two matchups against Weatherford earlier in the season where, you know, Coach Jones and the girls admitted, hey, you're still figuring some things out, you know, in terms of handling the ball, right? Figuring out who's going to be kind of that dominant all-ball person. That seems to have worked itself out over the stretch for the Boomers. And so can they apply those lessons tonight against a very good Weatherford defense? We'll find out coming up. We'll step aside for a final pregame break. And on the other side, have your national anthem and starting lineups opening tip-off. It's Woodward against Weatherford. Boomer basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here and we stand behind what we say. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
Hungry? Head to Longshots Bar and Grill in downtown Woodward. Bring the whole crew for juicy ribeye steaks, giant burgers, wings from mild to flaming hot, fresh salads, and more. There's something for everyone, including the kids. Planning a party or team celebration? Check out the upstairs golf and gun bays or ask about our group catering options. Longshots Bar and Grill, downtown Woodward's favorite hangout and the official home of the Boomer Coaches Show every Wednesday from 6 to 7. Come hungry, leave happy, and make it a night to remember.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
And there was the national anthem performed by the Weatherford Band as we get to the back end of it. So as mentioned before, the Boomers going to be the road team tonight against the Lady Eagles. Going to be wearing that road black uniform, black tops, black bottoms, the gold trimming around the shoulders, along the sides. And then you got the white numbers and text trimmed a little bit of gold. And for the Boomers starting lineup, Kaylee Mills again out tonight, still dealing with that ankle injury. So it will be the starting lineup that we had seen Friday night against Clinton. We got Lexi Mendel, Ella Howard, Taylor Floyd, Bailey Nelson, and Caitlin Culp going to be the starting five. Again, Lexi Mendel led the way Friday with 15 points. Caitlin Culp stepped up, had 13 for the Boomers, the two in double figures there. For Weatherford, it is the starting five that we have been accustomed to seeing for them throughout the season. It will be the junior of Ella Strickler, the senior Deja Gibbons, the sophomore Mackie Haggard, the senior Talon Payne, and the senior Peyton Mills for the Lady Eagles. And again, leading the way from them, Deja Gibbons, 14 points a game. She is the only girl in double figures for Weatherford, but they've got a lot kind of sitting around it. Ella Strickler with 8.5. You've also got Talon Payne at 9.5 and Peyton Mills just under 8 points a game. So a very balanced lineup when it comes to the Weatherford side of things. And it'll be interesting to see how the Boomers try to slow down. The Lady Eagles have done a good job primarily, on those extra contributors, but Deja Givens has definitely had kind of key performances, if you will, against the Boomers over the 2 times they've met this season. Been at double figures in both of those games and has been kind of all over the place in terms of whether it's offensively, defensively getting it done for the Lady Eagles. They would be in their home white uniforms with the red trimmings, black trimming as well. Red numbers and text with the Lady Eagles in red across the chests. And the Boomers will be going right to left in this first half. In front of us, we're atop the Eagles' deficit, if you will, behind the scorers table. And Weatherford will be going left to right. Glad you could join us once again, whether you're taking in on Z92 92.3, Z92online.com, or Boomer TV tonight. Of course, will be radio only for the tournament's games on tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I believe we might try to get Colin Rogers back in the mix, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do there.
Yeah, I believe he said that he's going to try and make Friday work. But
okay. And there is your opening tip, as it was Weatherford winning it. And so send in the right corner to Strickland. We go back up top to Givens, guarded by Floyd. Nice bounce pass on the entry of Payne, but she was poked at, lost it. Somehow able to get back to Haggard. Her shot wayward, but clean it up underneath is Ella Strickler to finish that one off. So Strickler with the first 2 points, and Weatherford on top, 2-0 as we're underway. 7:30 in the first quarter. Left wing goes to Howard for the Boomers, dribbles it out, back to Nelson beside her, rolls it back to Mendel. Weatherford answered with that zone early. We've seen a lot of teams throw that at the Boomers, some with some great success, others hasn't worked as well. This Boomers patient on the possession, no shot clock tonight between these teams. As Colt gets on the baseline, trying to swing it out to Howard. Her pass to Floyd, picked off by Givens. She goes the other way for the layup, and it rolls around and in. So Deja Givens with the early basket. And Weatherford leads 4-0 to start. They've scored on their first 2 possessions. 6:55 first quarter. Boomers trailing 4-0, looking for an answer. It's Floyd top the key, goes in the corner to Mendel, and that pass, I thought it was tipped initially. Say no, just a wayward pass. It goes out of bounds back to Weatherford. So a couple turnovers early for the Boomers.
Yeah, we just got to be a little bit more aware of the type of pass we're going to make and how our spacing is on the offensive side of the ball.
As Weatherford the other way, quick 3, Talon Payne able to bury it from deep. As she got in the left corner off a quick pass and nailed it. So Payne on the board with 3, and Weatherford jumps out to a 7-0 lead early. As Coach Godwin was mentioned, going to have to try to dissect this zone. As Nelson sent it to Colt. She was trying to dump it to Floyd. That pass batted, stolen away again by Weatherford. Givens comes up with it. She goes across the timeline, top of the key. On the right side, now wants to attack in the paint. Floyd on her. A little step through move. The layup too strong, but the rebound underneath by Strickler puts it back up and in. And Strickler now with 4. And Weatherford jumps out to a 9-0 start across these first couple minutes. 5:58 left in the quarter, and Coach Jones wants the timeout. Great Plains Bank, heritage, trust, respect. Those are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they're in touch with the communities in which we live and work. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop for your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop, they are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward, Canton, and Weatherford. M&D, Great Plains Bank, powering Boomer Sports this season. So 9-0 the early going. Some turnovers by the Boomers. You're going to have to get that cleaned up if you want a chance to hang around in this game. As Weatherford will pressure you to death. It's not full court pressure, but they've got the elite half-court defense. They're showing it early. As out of the timeout, the Boomers on the possession. It's Floyd going left side to middle. Back right side to Floyd. On the wing, little catch between the two on the high wings there. As the Boomers trying to dissect this Weatherford zone defense. A screen set high by Nelson for Floyd, but she gets trapped up, loses the handle again, just has to cough it up. Givens takes it the other way, dishes over to Payne. Her layup off the mark, rebound fought for, and Mendel able to get it after a poke out by the Boomers. So they get the stop despite the turnover. Still trailing 9-0, 5:15 first quarter. Mendel going to try to make something happen, and she attacks the basket, wild shot, but the backside rebound by Colt puts it back up and draws the foul, and Caitlin Colt will head to the free throw line for the Boomers.
So I really like that. That's the exact message that I was talking about earlier. Having the willingness to drive in through the gaps of that zone and look to see if you can pull in some contact from the Weatherford Eagles. If that's possible, you might be able to find yourself into a situation where they get into some fouls trouble, and they don't necessarily want to be as tight to the player.
And Caitlin Culp able to be successful on both of her free throws. So the Boomers on the board with 2 points. And then a traveling the other way from Weatherford. Kind of an odd sequence there.
Great opportunity for the Boomers right here to see if they can draw in another bucket. If they can, we might have a little bit of a route to gain some confidence to change up how we're approaching either on the offensive side or defensive side.
5 minutes even remaining first quarter. Boomers trailing 9-2. That foul, by the way, for Weatherford was on Peyton Mills, her first of the game. High right wing, it's Mendel on the handle. Trying to look at that zone. Now wants to crossover, try to attack. Ooh, gets to the floor, takes the three and hits it straight away. Lexi Mendel, little move, got Mackie Haggard on the floor, and then took advantage with the open three. So the Boomers on a quick 5-0 run, make it 9-5. And then a turnover force there as the pass wayward. Payne could control it. And so the Boomers, after coughing up a couple possessions, have forced some turnovers on their own end.
Yeah, this is a great situation for the Boomers now with a couple successful plays both on both sides of the court. That confidence is brewing. We don't have a shot clock, so can we control possession, get them to open up their defense a little bit, and then be brave enough to drive in those open lanes.
As it's Howard with it, top of the key goes right side to Zoe Chavez, who checked in for Taylor Floyd on that dead ball to Nelson.
Right,
free throw line, middle, yep, and she attacks. Oh, shot just a bit off. Mills on the defense there for Weatherford. As Lady Eagles take back the other way, the layup just a bit off the mark and out of bounds. They say last touch by the Boomers, but it will stay with Weatherford. Still, though, able to force another miss for the Boomers. As inbounding for the Lady Eagles will be Addie Blackwell into the ball game. They work it up top to Givens. Left wing, three on the way for Mills. That's off. Rebound by Payne. A swap by Mendel on the putback. Rebound comes up with Nelson as she'll feed it back to Mendel. 3:40 in the first quarter. Boomers trailing 9-5. They're on a 5-0 run after starting the game down 9-0. It's Howard top of the key, right wing to Chavez. She's picked up by Blackwell. Bounced down to Culp, and a kick ball violation on Weatherford.
In that possession, it's starting to make me a little nervous. You could see that we were rushing that transition. Weatherford's already set, and we're trying to hit our foot on the gas, and we just don't have the space yet. So, again, talking like we did in pregame, I'd like us to be patient, really build our opportunities.
A catch and shoot three by Mendel, left corner, a bit too strong, but the Boomers able to get the offensive rebound. And they work it back out to Nelson. She finds Mendel with the right elbow. Over to Howard. Catch and shoot three on the wing. That one just rims out. Chavez trying to get the board. Nelson comes down with it on the left baseline and kicks it back out. Mendel takes the top key. Pumps. Drives free throw line. The pull-up jumper just off the back iron. Doesn't stick. Chavez trying to get the board. It gets poked out. Mendel able to track it down. The Boomers another offensive rebound. 2:55 first quarter. Still trailing 9-5. A couple good looks have fallen. But they've been able to extend the possession with the offensive boards. Now trying to break that zone. Colt fires back top of the key. Nelson thought about the three instead. Extra pass, Mendel for three, right wing. That's off. Colt another board. A putback too strong. Chavez trying to get it. And then a foul is jumping in there. And fouling her was Elena Navarro.
Yeah, if you look at the stats between offensive rebound and defensive rebound, we better keep it over on this side of the floor, because offensive rebounds, we are dominating. Defensive rebounds, we are not doing so well. So, definitely love the effort that we're doing on the offensive side of the board.
And the foul was on Navarro, and I think they were discussing making sure. Oh, okay, apologies. They did not call a foul. think they called. Oh, they actually gave the foul to Chavez. Okay, unfortunate there. So 9-5, the Boomers with the offensive foul. They say on the loose ball. 2:30 left in the quarter as Weatherford takes it back. As they work it around to Blackwell, right wing. She wants to attack, gets in the paint. The runner, left hand, that's off the mark. Rebound, Nelson underneath for the Boomers. So the one shot and stop. 2:15 left first quarter as Nelson will calmly take it up the court, across the timeline. Goes right wing to middle, down the paint. Colt trying to bounce in there, but blocked by Strickler on the shot. And then Strickler could control the rebound. And it stays with Woodward with 2:06 left in the quarter. As Peyton Mills will check back in, was out quickly from Blackwell. Nelson, the inbounder for the Boomers, goes top of the key to Chavez. 2 minutes even left first quarter. And a long three from Mendel. Right wing splashes home with the hand in the face. Lexi Mendel was 6 of the 8. The Boomers on an 8-0 run right now to close this quarter.
Yeah, and these are the type of things we need to happen. We need some things to go our way to have that confidence built on the attacking end so we don't change who we are later on down the game.
Weatherford breaks the press. Givens dumps it down to Mills. Her drive, the layup off the mark. Rebound comes down to Chavez. Now a tie-up jump ball.
That play right there is a great confidence builder. Her being on the floor, we talked about it in the pregame, her being on the floor in that moment, she came up big and she was really strong in that possession.
And subbing in for Bailey Nelson is Taylor Floyd. So Chavez, Floyd, Mendel, Culp, and Howard the 5. Boomers get it back, trailing 9-8, looking for their first lead of the quarter with 1:30 left. As it's Floyd top the key, left wing to Mendel. Cross court, right side to Howard, dumps down the paint to Colt, turns, puts a little floater up, wild shot over Mills. Too strong there. Mills comes down with the rebound for the Lady Eagles. She'll feed it back to Givens, pushes. Now lows up top of the key, picked up by Floyd. Sends it left wing to Mills. Looking to pass it on. Has nobody there. Starts to use the dribble with Colt on her out up top. Mills picks up the dribble, counts on, pass off the hip of Floyd. Floyd able to just turn around and steal it. Now bounces over to Mendel, Chavez. Chavez wasn't ready. It's a turnover by the Boomers despite the stop. 55 seconds left first quarter. As Weatherford essentially keeps the possession. 9-8 the score. As Navarre inbounds to Givens. Here the Weatherford logo. Over to Navarre, right wing. Top the key up to Strickler. Left side to Givens. Guarded tightly by Floyd. Dumps down to Mills on the cut. Her shot wild. Rebound on the backside by Chavez. Gets a little bump. Finds Howard. Sends it up to middle. Pushing in transition. Doesn't quite have the numbers. And she'll stop it up. Top the key with 35 seconds counting this first quarter. Boomers trailing 9-8. Middle wanting to drive. Kicks out to Howard. Good catch by Howard in the corner. Oh, man. That was a laser. She hauled in. They work it back to middle. Left side on the wing. She gets a high screen from Colt. Sits up. Takes another three. It goes home. Lexi Mendel. She's on it early with 9. 3 threes for her, and the Boomers lead 11-9. 14 seconds left in the frame. It's an 11-0 run to close the quarter by Woodward. Back the other way. Payne gets open. She'll take the left side three, and a big answer for Weatherford by Talon Payne. Puts them back ahead, 12-11 with just 2 seconds left in the quarter. The Boomers will not get a shot off, and that's how we end the frame. After one, Weatherford ahead by one in a tight one, 12-11. We'll step aside. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Deja Givens hits the three. She steps into one. She's got 5, and now make it 15-11. Weatherford on top. Boomers back with it. Mendel dumps it down to Culp with the paint. Double team, tries to put up the shot, and it's fouled. Peyton Mills can't believe it as she was tight defense on Culp. So Mills picks up her second.
Culp has been in the right spot many, many times tonight, and she hasn't had the points to go with it, but those possessions matter. And if she can do that, earn an opportunity at the line, and then just convert it at the line, I think she does her job twice.
And so far, made the first 2 on that first trip, made the first one of this trip. Second free throw on the way, off the back iron and falls. So Colt 4 for 4 from the free throw line to start. She's got the other 4 points that Lexi Mendel does not have for the Boomers. 15-13. Weatherford on top by 2. Left wing. The Lady Eagles send it over to Peyton Stalder's in the ball game. Payne trying to dump down the paint to Strickler. She's triple teamed, and they say a foul on the Boomers as Mendel, Floyd, and Culp are all there, and they'll get Culp, who came over last. Culp picks up her first. I believe that's the first of the game for the Boomers, first of the quarter. As Bailey Nelson, Chavez got one in the first quarter, so only a second for the game. Nelson will check in for Howard, give her a breather. As the inbound goes up top to Stalder. That's Strickler for Weatherford. Over to Blackwell, right wing. Now to Stalder. As they'll feed it to Payne, trying to drive, kicks out to Givens. Low catch, takes the 3 anyways. That's off the front iron, crashing in for the board as Blackwell, as the rebound was long. She'll feed it back to Givens, one to attack on Floyd, spinning in the paint, nearly lost the handle. Finds Blackwell atop the key, takes a bump from Colt, tries to pass on the baseline, stolen away by the Boomers. Payne, the intended target. As the Boomers close in defensively, Lexi Mendel takes up the court calmly, goes right wing to Floyd, trying to dump it again into Culp. Double team, turnaround, shot just a little short. Good look. Didn't fall, though. As Strickler comes away with the rebound, Weatherford back on the attack with 6:30 left in the half. They lead 15-13. Stalder has on the right wing. Guarded by Chavez. Flips the top of the key to Blackwell. Culp will come out, pick her up. Boomers playing that man defense. Right wing, it works back to Stalder. Dump into the paint to Strickler. Got the pass over Lexi Mendel, and Strickler finishes underneath. Strickler with 6 points so far. Weatherford, their lead back up to 4, 17-13. Boomers right side to Nelson. Top the key to Mendel. Swings it quickly in the corner. They go to Floyd left side. Weatherford now switching more of a man look. Floyd gets a screen from Colt. Steps up, takes the 3. That's a little short.
Yeah, Floyd took that shot, but I'd like to see a little bit more off-the-ball movement from the girls. They were a little too stagnant in that offensive possession.
The other way, Talent Payne backs down Nelson, turns around, the shot in front of the basket, off the mark, a little too strong off the glass. Rebound taken by Floyd. Boomers come up with a stop there, 5:30 left in the half. They trail 17-13 on the possession. Chavez, left wing, looking for somebody to pass it to. Finds Mendel coming to the top of the key.
They need two girls moving at a time. Like this zone from Weatherford is going to be too comfortable and too healthy at the end of the night if this is all our movement.
And now a timeout taken by Coach Jones. As you're talking about that, Coach Jones looks like he's about to kind of go over that and say, hey, we got to be a little less stagnant when it comes down to that half-court offense. Smith Co. Auction and Realty. They are Oklahoma's real estate and land auction experts. Smith & Co. is your top choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. Call them 580-254-3975 or email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. Northwest Glass, from residential and commercial glass to auto glass, doors, and mirrors. Northwest Glass, they've got you covered. They do it all with expert care and quality of service. Visit 611 Texas Avenue or call them at 580-256-4324. That's Smith & Co. Auction and Realty at Northwest Glass, powering Boomer sports this season. And again, appreciate you listening on Z92 KMZ FM Woodward. That's 92.3 or at Z92online.com. And also if you're taking in on Boomer TV on the YouTube side, appreciate you there as well. That's a decent crowd on hand for both sides. Can't really see the Woodward side too well. There's a good number in the lower bowl. You got a few in the upper section. So got kind of that similar layout to the Boomer stands, if you will, in that way.
Yeah, this catwalk right here, trying to capture a video is kind of hard.
Not the most, the best. I get the safety reasons. You gotta have it.
I love it. For that reason. But video, I need a different perspective. My viewers want a better view.
We need you from the ceiling is what we need.
Amen.
Boomers out of the timeout as Mendel top the key, works it right side to Chavez. Thinks about passing it down. Instead, gives it back up to Nelson. Givens tries this out for the steal. Almost got it. Nelson steps up, takes a mid-range jumper, crawls off the front of the rim and in. Nelson with the long two. She's on the board. Boomers cut it back to two, 17-15. As it's Givens on the handle for Weatherford. Right wing to Stalder. Seeing some extended run. Finds Blackwell atop the key, picked up by Culp. Blackwell counts on. Going to have to start moving. She does. Works back to Stalder to the left side. On the dribble. Handoff to Blackwell. Back on the left wing. Kicks over to Talon Payne. Wide open. Right wing three. She's been dangerous. That one a bit too strong, though. Rebound works its way down to Deja Givens, though, after being tipped by a couple of Boomers. And Givens draws the foul to put back opportunity.
I'd like to see better communication on the Boomers defensively. That's back-to-back scenarios where they're in man and they're not transferring man. Like they're staying man-to-man, and then they get these little pick screens and they can't get around it. So better communication there will allow the Boomers to stay locked up man-to-man. Just transfer ownership. You don't have to necessarily your players stay exactly with them. Just transfer and stay locked up.
And checking out for Woodward is Zoe Chavez. The foul's on Taylor Floyd. Ella Harrod back to the ball game. Givens makes the pair. She's got 7. Weatherford back up 19-15. Talon Payne, by the way, only a 23% three-point shooter, but she is streaky. If she gets hot, better watch out. 4:05 left in the half. Boomers on the possession. They'll swing it in the corner to Nelson, left side.
Much better movement.
As the screen set by Colt. Kick out. Mendel, catch and shoot. 3 right side. It rattles in. Lexi Mendel, 4 threes in this first half, and she's got 12. And the Boomers back down by 1, 19-18. Mendel, sharp shooting right now. Weatherford with the possession. Navarra trying to attack on Nelson. Cut off. Flips it to Stalder. Hops to the paint to Colt. Guarding her, I should say. And then back out to Givens up top. Picked up by Floyd. Givens checks back Coach Haworth, who calls out the play. 3:30 left in the half. Weatherford on top, 19-18. The Boomers have yet to lead in this game. Givens into the paint. Little step-through move. Draws the foul. They say an and one. As they say, Floyd tagged her just enough. Thought Givens may have traveled with it. But, boy, they got the contact and the foul. Floyd picks up her second.
If I'm Coach Jones, I'm writing that down on my little board. And I said, this girl wants the basket. So when you think she's going away, she's coming right back.
Givens has that in her bag. Obviously, Coach Grant Givens, good teacher. Led the girls' side for a long time here at Weatherford for a few years. Givens already up to 10 points. She averages 14 on the season as the lead scorer. 22-18. Boomers trail back by 4. 3:15 left in the half. It's Howard across the timeline, instantly trapped up by Navarre, but Navarre fouls her with a bit too much there. And for Laney, Navarre picks up her first, team's second for Weatherford in the quarter. Side out inbounds for Bailey Nelson. She'll trigger. Gives it to Colt, top the key, flips it back to Mendel. At the Weatherford logo, 3:10 left in the half. Gets the high screen, does Mendel from Colt. Can't quite use it. Another screen set. Sends it right wing to Chavez. In the corner, goes to Nelson. Weatherford switch between. Essentially, I mean, they're staying in that zone look, but at times.
There we go. We had 2 backside movements right now. We just got to draw the attention away from where the ball is.
And a nice feed into Colt. Back out to Nelson for the 3. Good. Just as you were talking about that, Colt realized she was triple teamed. Sent it right back to Bailey Nelson. Stepped into the 3. She nailed it. She's got 5. And the Boomers back down by 1. 22-21. 2:30 left in the half. Navarra topped the key, and they'll say a foul as she was dribbling against Zoe Chavez, who they say pushed her. Chavez picks up her second. Boomers' 4th in the quarter, and that's the one thing the Boomers cannot afford tonight with Kayla Mills out is foul trouble. Because your bench, I mean, you're playing 6 girls right now, essentially.
You are, but at the same time, we're talking about going into the tournament, right?
Sure.
This might be one of those situations where, hey, this might happen. we got a lot of games and not so many days, so this situation may occur. We got to be ready.
Weatherford with the miss on their end. The Boomers have the rebound. They work it up to Chavez on the left side. She gets a high screen from Colt. Thought about the three instead, picked up the dribble, finds Howard on the right wing. Howard hits middle, cuts to the basket for the layup. Good for Lexi. Her first shot inside the three-point line goes. And she's got 14. The Boomers lead for the first time in this half. 23-22, minute 55 remaining. And Givens the other way, plows into Nelson. Both girls on the floor, no travel call, loose ball, jump ball. Possession arrow to the Boomers. Very surprised they did not call a travel there, or at least a foul of some sort.
Definitely an awkward fall.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're just caught up in the moment, like that doesn't happen. Right. So, I don't know if that's the case, but yeah.
So minute 45 left to half. The Boomers get it back on the possession arrow as Chavez takes the handle up the court calmly across the timeline, right wing to Nelson. Weatherford sticking to that zone. Looks like a 2-3.
Something to identify here is Culp is starting to stretch out to the perimeter,
right.
Which is doing a great job at kind of creating that magnet for that defense that's underneath.
As the Boomers working around Nelson up top, right side to Howard.
Dragging it
20
out.
left in the half.
Yep, there we go.
Again, they
Lexi's going to drive here in just a second.
And here comes a high screen from Culp. We'll see if Lexi does attack. There's a crossover. Steps back, didn't like it. Gets it right back to Culp. He wants to reset it. She's been swiped at. The Boomers very patient with this possession. Now middle.
There it is.
Sees the hole. She attacks the basket and draws the foul. And
So
it'll
if
be
you
two
guys,
shots for Lexi Middle.
If you guys are watching, what I saw developing there is Culp is doing a great job at being a magnet to the defender that's underneath the basket, opening up a bigger space, and the athleticism of Nelson or Floyd or Mendel, and Mendel's feeling it tonight. I think that's going to be something that's explored a little more. It's already been identified, and it's working pretty well. So in that situation, Cole did a great job at connecting to her defender and stretching her apart from underneath the basket.
The foul was called on VAR, her second. Mendel makes the first free throw. Second one high off the back iron, doesn't go. Splits the pair. 24-22, the Boomers lead with 56 seconds left in the half. Weatherford on the handle with Givens. She sends the pass right side to Blackwell, almost knocked away by Chavez. Blackwell has to pick it up. Now the count's on. She needs some help. Finally gets a pass over, and timeout called by Coach Hallworth, as that was getting close to a 5-second count there. Good defense from Chavez to nearly force that turnover. So Boomers lead 24-22 with under a minute to play in the half. And Chris, again, the Boomers started out down 9-0. It's weird because you had a slow start like that against Clinton where you're down 9-2 early, and they fire right back. And if you're Coach Jones, you got to be really happy with the fact that the girls haven't shied away. As you mentioned, they identified some things in that half-court defense for Weatherford, and Lexi Mendel up to 15 points already, so she continues that streak now in 8+ games, or 8 games, as I say, with 15 or more, and that's exactly what you need when you got a player like Kaylee Mills out tonight.
No, you're right. That is what you need. You have to have a sort of success there for the confidence to brew, the feeling of understanding that you're in this game and that you can honestly take control of the game. I'm happy that Mendel's had the start that she's had. Let's stay consistent and be a little bit more disciplined.
Inbounds goes to Givens. Good defense underneath from Howard. Forces a miss on the layup chance. Nelson comes away with the rebound. She'll attack the other way for the Boomers. Gets trapped up before the timeline. Finds Howard to get it across. Howard picks up her dribble. Needs some help. Trying to fire it to middle. Instead gets it to Chavez. Chavez driving baseline, getting bumped. Ball loose. Getting poked out. Payne able to come up with it with 24 seconds in the half. Payne drives the other way and gets the easy layup. Colt didn't want to foul her. Picked that one up. So Talon Payne with the basket. She's got 8, tied up at 24, with just 13 seconds left in the half. Nelson gets it across timeline with 10, tries to fire a pass to Colt. It's too long. Chavez tries to save it and can't with 6 seconds left in the half. Turnover by the Boomers.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating just in the sense that you had 2 possessions in which you could have controlled the clock until the end, and just that lack of discipline, lack of patience, really just created 2 turnovers.
Stalder with the heave at the end of the half, almost goes but bounces out. And so after 2 quarters, we are locked up at 24 between Woodward and Weatherford. We'll step aside. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Dwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Dwayne Matthews because your story deserves to be told.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can get back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
Hungry? Head to Longshots Bar and Grill in downtown Woodward. Bring the whole crew for juicy ribeye steaks, giant burgers, wings from mild to flaming hot, fresh salads, and more. There's something for everyone, including the kids. Planning a party or team celebration? Check out the upstairs golf and gun bays or ask about our group catering options. Longshots Bar and Grill, downtown Woodward's favorite hangout and the official home of the Boomer Coaches Show every Wednesday from 6 to 7. Come hungry, leave happy, and make it a night to remember.
At the half, we've got a good one. Weatherford and Woodward tied at 24 at the break of this girls contest. Let's take a look at your halftime stats. Weatherford won the first quarter 12-11 and led early 9-0. The Boomers stormed back with 11-0 run of their own. Weatherford hit a three in the final closing seconds of that quarter to retake the lead, and then the Boomers just edged Weatherford 13-12 in that second quarter to be able to tie it up at the break. Again, the Boomers only led briefly in that first quarter and then wound up finally coming back to get the lead again in that second quarter in the late stages. Looking at the point totals, Lexi Mendel leading the way with everybody. She's got 15 points in this one, has hit 4 threes in that first half, broke a pair of ankles as well on Mackie Haggard to hit one of those threes, but she continues her streak already of 15-plus point performances. The last 8 games now, she has reached that mark. As for other Boomer scoring, you got 5 from Bailey Nelson. She hit a 3, also hit a long 2. And then Caitlin Culp hit 4 free throws in that first half to get the other 4 points for the Boomers. For the Weatherford side, Deja Givens, no surprise. Strong start for her. She's got 10. You've got 8 from Talon Payne. She hit a couple of threes in that first half. 6 from Ella Strickler. And so both teams only 3 scores apiece in the scorebook. Chris, we talked about it. Knew it was going to be a defensive battle. That's how Weatherford wants to play it. The Boomers have had to dissect that half-court look, that zone that Weatherford was throwing at them. But as you mentioned, seems like the Boomers have found some there late in the half with Caitlin Culp kind of being able to stretch things out, moving away from the basket off ball.
Yeah, they have, and it's super important to recognize that every possession in which we only had one runner, one off-the-ball movement, we've had a turnover. Things are not successful if we only have one player making off-the-ball movement. And, we've got to make that defense start kind of getting their feet loose a little bit, start stretching out the lane. I think Culp, I don't know if that's something Jones has quickly identified or Culp just noticed that player's kind of following her around a little bit, pretty tight when she's around the basket. But the recognition alone from whoever it is that made that decision, Culp did a great job at reconnecting herself when the defender kind of wasn't moving with her. And as soon as she did, we talked about Mendel recognizing that lane opportunity for her to drive in was there and taking it. She may not have made the basket, but she drew the foul and got herself a chance at the line, put Weatherford in a position, put that player in a position they earn a foul tally to their name. So just makes them play a little bit more timid.
Well, and Lexi, though, I mean, my goodness, we talked about she's been on a really strong stretch of playing just consistency, and we've seen it coming over the last couple of years. Me and you have talked about a lot. Like, we knew coming into this season if there was going to be an X factor, this team was really going to go based on what she could do offensively and how she made, a leap, if you will, in that sense. And this, so far, it's been everything you could ask for, not only this game, but this season. I mean, she's playing with a ton of confidence. And what's impressed me, Chris, is that she seemingly has started to figure out really when it's time for her to attack, when it's time to find opportunities for other teammates, and the confidence in her jump shot. That's something that's been really a new development this year that she's been working on in previous seasons.
Yeah, so, the thing that I've noticed, I think the most is, she's the one that is coming up with the bucket, but she is not opposed to sharing it, right? Like she will create plays for teammates, and I think that what we're seeing now is everybody on the floor is creating looks for her because they know that she's performing, like she's executing, and I don't know if that's just a comfort thing. I don't know. I don't know what her meditation life is like, but she is handling the pressure so well, and I think that it's a great time for her. I would assume that her team is super supportive and loving, the effort that she gives, as well as, the confidence that she brings to the team that, hey, in really difficult times, you have her that you can rely on. And if it hits, excellent. We're still in this moment. If it doesn't hit, it's going to hit eventually, and she's gonna brew that confidence and grow.
And her three-point shots come along this season. Started out a little rocky with the precision wasn't there, but it's really heated up after the winter break, if you will. Tied at 24 at the half between Woodward and Weatherford. We'll step aside, come back with your second half. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Woodward Steel, your tri-state leader in steel, wants to remind you that in addition to taking care of all your steel needs, Woodward Steel carries other important materials such as stainless, aluminum, 4-inch to 12-inch PVC pipes and fittings, and so much more. If you're in the shop or out in the field and in need of fabrication materials, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call 580-324-8005 to talk with the staff or visit the shop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 210 48th Street in Woodward. Woodward Steel, your trusted tri-state leader in steel.
Second half is underway. Boomers on the possession as Allen Howard takes a three. Straight away. That one, though, I think on the mark, no good. So a couple shots by Weatherford to start their possession on the beginning of the half. Was a couple of misses from Talon Payne. And they're still locked at 24 with a minute gone by in this third quarter. Givens drives, kicks out Payne. Another three. This one deep from the left wing. That's too strong. Mendel tracks down the rebound. She'll roll up and now attack a little bit across the timeline. Boomers working left to right in this half across your listening device or in front of us. We're behind the scorers table up top at the Eagles Nest. Weatherford moves right to left in this half of basketball. As Boomers working around the perimeter, try to again break that zone of the Weatherford Lady Eagles. Left wing gets Floyd taking the handle, thinks about the three, gets a high screen from Colt. Has to pick up that dribble now, needs some help, counts on her. Middle cuts to the basket, flies in for the layup, good, and the shot today and one from Lexi Middle. Good patience there from Floyd to see Lexi wind up cutting to the basket. 17 now for Middle. And a foul goes to Talon Payne, her first of the game. First of the half for Weatherford. 6:25 left in the quarter. Free throw on the way from Middle, completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And the Boomers lead by 3, 27-24. As Givens across the timeline for the Lady Eagles, picked up by Floyd. Boomers not really pressing right now. She'll send the left wing. Mills launches a three, and that rolls in for Weatherford. Peyton Mills on the board with the three. Averages 7 a game, her first basket. Only shoots 24% from deep, but you give her enough tries, she'll hit one. 6 minutes left, third quarter, tied at 27. Nelson attacking for the Boomers on the right block, poked at. Ball's loose, tried to give it out to Colt. Colt does track it down. Gives over to Floyd right side. Nelson's going to cut to the basket, seeing the double team. Blocked, though, at the rim by Ella Strickler. She'll get the rebound and feed it ahead. Givens down the right side. Racy now checks it up on the wing. As Floyd comes to her for the defense. Bounces it to Stalder. Gets in the paint, cut off, out to Mills. Top the key, another three. That one clanks off. Rebound taken by Floyd. Still locked at 27 with 5:25 left third quarter. It's Floyd for the Boomers across the timeline. Goes left wing to Nelson. Boomers trying to move off ball. Nelson almost dribble handoff to Mills. Instead attacks, gets cut off, gives it to Mills in the deep right corner. Wanted to go baseline is Lexi. Steps through a double team and lays it home. Lexi is feeling it. She's got 20 of the 29.
Yeah, that's a great start to the game. We're at the beginning of the third quarter to have 20 on the board and a ton of confidence going on.
And now on the other end, Givens with a bit of a wild pass gets poked at loose. Howard trying to strip it away from her. Both on the floor. Cope had it, but eventually Payne picks it up, gives it down. They work it to Mills. Her push shot off the mark, out of bounds, but last touch by the Boomers on the rebound challenge.
Great effort right there by Ella Howard, just to kind of be a nuisance right there and keep poking at it.
Great word for it.
Yeah, just constantly involved in the play right there, making it difficult for Givens.
Because if you ask Givens, that's exactly what Howard was right there, just a nuisance. Wouldn't get it out of her chest. So the inbound for Weatherford goes up top to Strickler. 4:40 left in the third quarter. Boomers lead 29-27 as Givens gets on the right block, back out to Mills. She pumps, tries to attack, poked at loose. Nelson comes up with it. 2-on-1 the other way. Howard with her. Nelson, though, will pull up for the runner off the right side. No good. Colt flies in for the board. Couldn't control the rebound. Frustrated with herself. Great board. Just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, if you're watching, go ahead and hit that rewind button about 15 seconds and watch Nelson's movement defensively. She's out on the perimeter, squeezes the lane so there's not a path to go, and then bounces back from the lane to the perimeter for the interception. So great defensive positioning from Nelson right there to create that opportunity.
Weatherford back with it, top the key. It's Blackwell, guarded by Nelson. Right wing to Payne, picked up by Howard. Payne on the wing, facing some tough defense. Finds Givens cutting to the basket on the baseline, and she got the foul, they say. As she kind of took a smart little hop step, fading away from the basket. Didn't make it, but goes to the free throw line. They get Zoe Chavez, Caitlin Colt for her second. Chavez is not out there. It is the original starting five with Colt, Howard, Nelson, Floyd, and Mendel. Givens at the free throw line. First one high off the back iron. Givens, 78% free throw shooting.
See, and I don't know if there's a change in how the Boomers are defending, but I prefer the protect the perimeter and squeeze the boundary or the lane more than protect the lane and then and allow the perimeter. Weatherford's just got a history of figuring out how to hit from the perimeter.
Yes.
And once they do, like the momentum, the energy, like they're in their home court right now. You don't want them to catch fire from outside.
Second free throw good for Givens, so she splits the pair, cuts it back to a 1-point lead for the Boomers, 29-28. It's Floyd on the handle, 3:50 left third quarter. Goes right wing to Nelson in the corner to middle. Tees up to three, hands to the face. That one's just a bit off. One of her few misses tonight from deep. Rebound taken by Blackwell for Weatherford. Goes to Givens, feeds ahead to Payne. Left baseline, back to Givens, and she draws the foul on the layup attempt. Floyd can't believe it, thought she was straight up, and they do get Taylor for the foul, her third. Boomers not really with anybody in foul trouble yet, but you're on the edge of it. Floyd now with 3, you got Chavez with a couple, Culp with a couple.
You know, I applaud that effort. That was a fast break from Weatherford, and, you know, we were step for step with them, slowed down the initial shot. And then, you know, you got Givens, who's almost a sure shot shooter, and you caused her to miss the basket, force her at the line, maybe create an opportunity here to where she doesn't convert on both of them.
She did make the first, ties it up at 29. Second could give Weatherford the lead, and it does, as Givens now up to 13 points, one away from her season average. As Weatherford reclaims the lead, 30-29. Boomers back with it as Nelson dribbles it up. Wants to attack on the right side, gets poked at, loses the handle but collects on the baseline, bounces over to Chavez, and gets poked right back to Nelson. National crossover on Blackwell, trying to drive, takes a hard bump as she fades away from the basket after the bump. Smart to get that put up as she was getting hit and make sure she got free throws.
Was that an alley-oop or was that a shot? We don't care. She's at the line. So
right.
Great effort right there by Nelson.
And the foul to Addie Blackwell, her first, and Nelson at the line. She's had 5 points thus far, make it 6, ties the ball game back at 30. So it's Mendel with 20 of the 30, and then you got Nelson and Culp combining for the other 10. As Nelson sits up for that second free throw all the way off the front iron, but in. So she's got 7, make it 31-30 in favor of the Boomers. 3:15 left in the third quarter. As Givens takes the handle, Chavez back in the ball game, guarding her. Right side goes to Navarre. Now double team comes. Howard and Chavez on her. She steps through it, able to get the pass off to Givens. But she runs into a double team from Mendel and Chavez and finds a way out of it. Gets it to Blackwell top of the key. Chavez rotates to her. Blackwell trying to drive, cut off, and they say a double dribble. And how about Zoe Chavez with the effort defensively on 3 different players there to force that turnover.
Chavez is playing well. We've said her name a lot tonight. I'm already applauding her efforts as she's had an impact in this game.
One of those girls, not in the score sheet in terms of points, but like I said, making a difference on that defensive side. Brewers with it, right side, it's Mendel. Gets a one-on-one with Givens, attacks, tries to get the left-handed layup. That's no good. It's a little short rebound underneath. Mills trying to control it for Weatherford, eventually does as she bounces to Givens. Now it's a fast break the other way. Payne left wing, thought about the 3. Nelson there to step in front of her. Mills top the key, gets it back to Payne, a 3 in rhythm. That one out off the mark. Culp with the strong board, flips the head to Chavez. Got 2-on-2 the other way. Chavez stops left wing, slows it up, and gets it to Mendel in the corner. Mendel turns, shoots from there. That one off the left side. Rebound poked by Mills, taken by Givens for Weatherford. Boomers still lead 31-30, 2:10 left in the third quarter, but a nice outlet pass from Givens. Gets it ahead to Talon Payne for the easy layup behind the defense. Payne with 10. Weatherford back on top, 32-31. Minute 55 remaining third quarter. As the Chavez up top, guarded by Navarre. Right side to Nelson for the Boomers. Not a lot of movement right now going off ball. Nelson gives it free throw line to Culp. Looking to find somebody, guarded by Mills. Gives it out to Mendel. She wants to attack, cut off in the paint. Out to Chavez in the corner. Howard picked up by Strickler. Back to Mendel on the left baseline. Givens on her, and then they'll say a block on Givens. And I'm going to say, even as a Boomer fan here, that was a little bit ticky-tack, so we'll take that one. We'll take it.
It could
First
be
foul on Givens.
It could be a position thing by the official, right?
Sure.
Maybe he thought that Mendel had the angle to go at the basket, and Givens just illegally prevented that from happening.
Yes.
Basketball can be ticky-tacky at times.
Inbounds, goes the middle, straight away 3, handed her face, shot no good. Chavez gets it right underneath, but gets poked away from her. She tried to go up for the shot. Mills comes away with the rebound for Weatherford. They take control, still leading 32-31. A bounce pass inside. Nelson steps in front of it, intended for Strickler. Nelson with the steal. Minute 15 remaining in the quarter, and Nelson unfortunately throws it away, trying to find Mendel.
I love her defensive efforts here of late. She's doing a great job at just being positionally in the right spot and then jumping into areas when necessary.
We talk about, parallels between soccer and basketball. There's more than you think. Defense is probably where it shows through most, I would imagine. Talk about those lanes similar to being the passing lanes on a soccer pitch. Givens, pull-up mid-range jumper, extended right elbow, nails. Givens with 15. You were just talking about can't let her get going with the jump shot. There's a clean one.
Yeah, there was a great pick, set up for her to have that open shot. Nelson had no idea that a screen was being set up against her.
45 seconds left, third quarter. Middle driving, trying to answer, and does with the tough leaner over a defender. Middle with 22. Back to a 1-point ball game as Weatherford leads 34-33. Givens across the timeline with 35 for Weatherford. As we wind down this third quarter, Givens attacks from the top, drives hard on Culp, and draws the fouls. Culp tried to step in to take the charge to no avail. So Culp will pick up her third and sends Deja Givens back to the free throw line. Coach's daughter, smart in what she does with almost every decision. Great player is Deja Givens.
Well, you know that this is information that she's heard since she was a young kid, right? And whether it was being coached to her or it was coached to the players around her as she was growing up watching her parents, coach around her. It's just information that sits in, and it's just like instinctively set as almost muscle memory.
Second free throw good from Givens. She's got 17, puts Weatherford back on top by 3, 36-33. Zoe Smith into the ball game for the first time tonight for the Boomers. 24 seconds left in the quarter. Nelson up top with it, goes left wing to Smith. And she had to pick up a dribble, finds Mendel, who will hold with 16. Right side to Howard with 14 seconds.
We're going to build a three-point shot from Mendel right here at the end.
Looks like maybe that's the case. They've got Howard open as well with 7. Smith gets it to her. Mendel takes it. She wants to drive baseline. Instead goes to the basket, draws the foul with 2.4 on the clock, much to the chagrin of the Weatherford side.
I'm okay with that as well. I mean, this gives you an opportunity to close out the corner with points going in, and if we convert, we'll be in a situation of a 1-point game.
First free throw for Mendel good. She's got 23 as that foul is on Addie Blackwell, her second. So 36-34, 2.4 seconds remaining third quarter. Mendel trying to cut it to a 1-point ball game. Second free throw on the way. That's off the back iron. Rebound fought for. It gets tipped down to Payne. And then a heave by Givens at the buzzer is off. And so that's how we end the third quarter. It's Weatherford on top by 2, 36-34 into the final frame. We'll subsides Boomer Basketball, C92 and Boomer TV.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
Battle between Woodward and the Weatherford Lady Eagles. 36-34. Boomers trail by 2 heading into this fourth quarter, trying to pull off the upset on the road and without Kaylee Mills. Lexi Middle doing her best. She's got 23 already. Boomers start out with the possession to begin the fourth. Left wing to Nelson. In the paint, it goes to Culp, guarded tightly by Payne. Out to Howard. A quick three from there. Rims out. Culp, though, comes down with the rebound. Gets it out to Mendel. Double team comes. Finds Floyd in the corner. She launches the three. That's off. Nelson tries to crash in for the rebound, but Strickler takes it, but throws a wild pass ahead to Payne, who is able to retrieve it down the right side. Weatherford on possession. They get set with Givens, high right wing. Slow it down. Givens will pull back out up top. Picks up a dribble. Fires right side to Peyton Stalvin. Finds Strickler up top, left wing to Givens. Guarded by Nelson in the paint. Culp steps in front, bats past Nelson, though can't come away with the steal. Good job, though, by Culp to knock it away.
Great assist by the Weatherford bench to prevent Culp from toppling over. They were alert and they were paying attention, which was what you want.
on the inbound. Strickler cuts to the backside. Her shot missed, though, and then Culp with the rejection on the putback, but Strickler gets again, throws it high off the glass, and Culp just strips it away from her. Now she gets tied up, unfortunately, with Stalder, and that's possession arrow to Weatherford. So after all that, all the effort by Caitlin, Weatherford keeps the possession. Unfortunately, 7:08 remaining in the ball game.
I don't even know how to explain the last 20 seconds.
Chaotic. Inbounds. Payne catches, shoot three, hand in the face off the back iron. Culp with a good box out, but Mills able to take it, turns around, puts up the layup, and gets it in. Culp thought she had the board, but it was a little too deep, and Peyton Mills now with 5, and Weatherford up by 4, 38-34. Floyd with it for the Boomers. Right wing bounces it down to Culp with the paint, sees that double team, turns, puts off the glass anyways. Beautiful fade from Culp. She's got 6.
I've liked what I've seen the last couple minutes of Culp. She's been very, very strong in how she's handling the possessions underneath the basket.
As Boomers come away with the stop on the other end. Floyd taking the board, pushing, gets in the corner to Howard. Kicks it left side to Floyd. Guarded, picked up by Stoller. Not much movement going on right now. Floyd on the dribble. Had to move with it. Gets high screen from Culp. Turns the corner. Wants to attack the basket and draws the foul. Stoller stuck with her but gave her too much body.
Yeah, and on that I was about to say, can we earn a situation at the line? Not necessarily for foul trouble reasons, but to slow it down so maybe we can kind of catch our breath, be a little organized defensively on transition.
They do give the foul to Talon Payne, and I misidentified. It was Mackie Haggard.
This is the great part about basketball. You can have a timeout without a timeout.
Right. First free throw did go for Floyd. Second one, though, off the mark. Floyd, though, on the board with the point. Weatherford on the rebound. They try to get up to Haggard. Pass too strong off her fingertips. Floyd comes away with the steal. 6 minutes left of the ball game. Boomers trail just by 1, 38-37. As it's Floyd, or Nelson to middle to Floyd, the left corner. Culp comes over for the screen, but Floyd goes baseline instead, sees the double team, kicks it out. They work it up top to Howard to Nelson.
You've got a lot of perimeter players on the floor right now. I'd venture to say we're going to be looking for a couple perimeter shots in the next couple possessions.
And a step back three from Mendel to that point, just off the mark. Good defense from Haggard to contest it as Weatherford comes away with the rebound. As Givens takes it across the timeline, slows up with 5:24 left. Weatherford ahead by just 1, 38-37. Givens drives right side, gets the baseline, kicks it out to Payne on the bounce pass for the 3, too strong. Rebound works its way right down to Mills. Her shot no good. A third chance, and it's an and one for Ella Strickler on the cleanup. Boomers with a couple looks. That one couldn't haul on the board. Strickler makes them pay.
Defensively, we looked a little reactionary. You know, we were slow on getting out to the perimeter to contest the three-point shot, and then to have back-to-back offensive rebounds there. Just need to be a little bit more conditioned, I'd say, as we get deeper into this game.
Strickler makes the free throw, completes the three-point play. She's got 9, making 41-37 in favor of Weatherford. 5 minutes even left in the game. Howard dribble handoff to Nelson. Takes around the top of the key, gets cut off free throw line, bounces it to middle. She'll pull it out, trying to cross up on Payne. Dribble handoff to Floyd. Gets the high screen from Culp. Almost a carry there. Floyd gets trapped in the deep right corner, finds Culp beside her on the wing. Culp feeds it back to Floyd, looking to middle, comes to the basket, not there. Now counts on. Floyd has to do something with it. Attacks on Givens, double team on the baseline, then takes a bump as Peyton Mills just stepped in front of her.
Yeah.
And that's the third foul on Mills.
Floyd missed an opportunity right there to dish it out for that perimeter shot. I mean, it was set up. The girls did a great job about staying moving, you know, and waiting for the right opportunity to be there. Floyd missed the window to do it, and it kind of pretty much changed the whole outlook of that possession.
Speaking of perimeter shots off the inbound, Floyd takes it from the right corner. That one off the mark. Wayward off the inbounds pass from Nelson. Rebound taken by Weatherford. They lead by 4. Led by as much as 9, and they're really going. So we crawl back from there. 4:15 left in the ball game. Givens on the left side, dribble handoff to Haggard. Dribbles around the top right side. Payne launches another 3 on the catch and shoot off the back iron. Rebound goes long. Culp couldn't get it in time before Haggard got there. She'll feed it back to Givens. Extends the possession for Weatherford yet again. 4 minutes left in the ball game. Boomers trailing by 4, 41-37. Nelson pokes at Givens, almost knocks it loose. Now a double team comes, a pass to Mills. A late whistle there. They both looked at each other, though, the officials did, as they get Colt. That's unfortunately her fourth. So I have to play careful here for the final 3:51. She wants to stay in.
That's super unfortunate at this point, because I was just sitting here thinking that Coach Jones has, well, now, I mean, we're under 4 minutes. He's got about 45 seconds for that perimeter shot to hit before he's got to start looking for baskets underneath to control the final 2.5 minutes of the game.
And Chavez subs in for Colts. The Boomers with the all-forward lineup. Givens cuts to the basket, gets through some traffic, and lays it home. Deja with 19, and now Weatherford up by 6, 43-37, just 3:30 remaining. Weatherford winning this fourth quarter 7-3 thus far. Mendel with it on the right wing, top key to Howard. Left side to Nelson. Boomers got to find a basket, a little bit of a drought for him. Nelson dribbles over to Mendel.
We don't have the size underneath, but we need it under the in the lane shot.
And speaking of that, Mendel drives to the hole, gets the foul, shot wild, but on cue, to your point, Mendel gets the aggression and goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is the right decision here, because we're cold. We have not hit the basket in the last couple minutes, and this is going to give us a chance again to get that breather, get a chance to get some points on the board. The first one did not go, but this is a breathing moment. Coach Jones is going to evaluate when to put Colt back in, and we're going to have to get these interior baskets here in the next probably 2 minutes.
Second free throw from Mendel, that one goes, so splits the pair. She's got 24, and the Boomers trail 43-38 with just 3:13 remaining, as that was the third foul on Talon Payne. Timeout taken on the floor. Great Plains Bank, heritage, trust, respect. Those are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they are in touch with communities in which we live and work. M&D Enterprises and the Lawnmower Shop for your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and the Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward, Canton, and Weatherford. M&D, Great Plains Bank, powering Boomer sports this season. So 3:13 left in the ball game. Boomers trailing by 5. Mendel kind of broke that scoreless drought they had for the last few minutes. But now, the tough part is you got to find a couple stops and a couple more baskets. Weatherford's played this game to the pace they like. We mentioned it. Usually they sit around the mid-40s to sometimes the low 50s in their higher scoring outings. Like to hold their opponents to the mid-30s, sometimes high 20s, and they've got the score where they want. Can the Boomers break through?
Well, I think, the averages are there, but the game, we've seen the game play out in our favor. Again, it's kind of just understanding the moment and attention to detail. We have to recognize that they have the capability of shooting from the perimeter. We've got to be ready in those moments. Understand possessions are limited at this point. We just have to have some sacrificial plays from this point forward.
And it will be the inbound with Strickler going to Payne. Back over to Strickler. They give it to Navarre. Boomers trying to bring some of that pressure. Weatherford going to work it up the ladder, get across half court. Givens poked at, almost loses it. Finds its way to Payne. Back to Givens at the Weatherford logo. She'll settle in. Top key, Nelson on her. 2:55 remaining in the game.
This is right, yeah. Double
comes.
Trap.
Pass, a little strong. Strickler couldn't handle it. Ooh. You say last touch by Howard.
Yeah, no, that's the sacrificial, the play that I'm talking about. You just got to change the look, give them a little bit of an uncomfortable status, but at the same time, stay disciplined. Don't allow a free look around the basket.
And Givens trying to get into the paint, cut off, kicks back up top to Mills. She'll calmly flip it behind her to Navarre, top of the key, picked up by Chavez. Navarre on the right side now with the dribble. Chavez tight on her. Navarre getting into the paint, kicking out to Mills. Thought about the three, instead drives, kicks back over to Payne. Floyd comes to her. Payne gets into the paint. Cut off, out to Mills again. 2:26 left of the ball game. Boomers going to have to force some action. Trailing by 5, 43-38. Weatherford playing some elite catch right now. Pass in the paint. Navarre open under the basket, and the Boomers lost her on the backside. She gets the layup. Good find from Givens.
That's a hard play. I don't really know that I understand the decision there for someone underneath the basket to lead that whole area to apply that pressure when you've got 3 perimeter players that could assist in that. But
underneath the basket, sorry, cut you off.
No,
Taylor
you're okay.
Floyd rolls one in somehow. Quick basket by the Boomers to answer. Still trailing by 5, 45-40, down to a minute 48 left. Weatherford again breaks that press. And Strickler takes it up top, fires the pass over to Payne, left side to Givens. She sees the double team comes, pass stolen away by Chavez, stepped in front of it. Has a 2-on-1 the other way. Chavez, Euro step to the lane, off the glass and in for Zoe Chavez. Her first basket of the game, timely. Boomers down by 3 now with a minute 25 left, 45-42.
Force who you want to take the free throws at this point.
As Givens collects across the timeline after Woodward, they break the press, goes over to DeVar right side. Minute 15 left. DeVar sees the double team, goes baseline, drives, and the timeout taken by Coach Haworth. Didn't like it. It's interesting because DeVar almost had an open layup attempt before that timeout.
I actually thought we might have committed a foul.
Foul, yeah. Not the case, they say. Smith & Co. Auction and Realty. They are Oklahoma's real estate and land auction experts. Smith & Co. is your top choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. Call them 580-254-3975, or you can email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. Also, Northwest Glass from residential and commercial glass to auto glass and doors. Northwest Glass, they've got you covered. They do it all with expert care and quality service. Visit 611 Texas Avenue or call 580-256-4324. Northwest Glass, Smith & Co., powering Boomer Sports this season. So Woodward trailing by just 3, 45-42, but we're down to minute 12 left in the ball game. And the Boomers still have to give 3 fouls before they put Weatherford in the bonus, should it get to that point. And the Eagles have it out of the timeout as DeVar inbounds to Givens, left wing, picked up immediately by Nelson. Goes up top to Payne. Wants to attack down the right side, cut off there, back out to Mills. Mills holds as Floyd comes to her. Minute left now in the game. We'll see if the Boomers start forcing the fouls.
Yeah, well, see, and this is the difficult thing. I'm not a basketball coach, but
and a steal by Middle. Got it off of Mills. She drives to the basket. No foul call as Strickler got to her. Mills missed the layup. She thought a foul was coming. Rebound taken by Weatherford. Now they got to get it cross court. Get it up to DeVar, left side to Payne. Or to Mills, excuse me. Goes back cross court right wing. Another timeout taken by Weatherford. Tough break for the Boomers. Lexi in the transition thought she drew the foul, was not the case.
Yeah, and psychologically that's the hard part, because you almost give up the shot because you're expecting the whistle, and I don't know how that's coached. I don't know. It's kind of like play to the whistle mentality, but
sure.
In basketball that's kind of difficult when your arm's taken out, right? No, and what I was going to say real quick was, I'm not a basketball coach. It's kind of a hard thing to think about, but Tyler, have you ever seen it where a team almost allows the open lane, almost allows a shot opportunity to develop, rather than trying to press and commit a foul? Like they engage the opportunity for the team to think that they have a chance to score, and then whether it's a trap or whether it's a rebound opportunity, working out in their favor.
Oh, yeah. Seen that before. Unfortunately for the Boomers now, though, you got 36 seconds left. You're going to have to start fouling in quickly because you're only at 2 team fouls. Got to get to 5 to force free throws for Weatherford.
Yeah, you really could have used those points right there from Mendel.
Would have cut it to a 1-point game. As now Navarro will be the inbounder. Boomers are going to have to try to get the steal. If not, it's got to be a quick foul. As the inbound goes to Givens. Nelson not fouling her yet. Now we'll run to her. Swiped at her. Almost got the steal. Pass over to Navarro. They got a foul. Gets over to Givens. And Nelson finally gets the foul on Givens with 27 seconds left of the game. Nelson just her first. Need 2 more quick ones to get Weatherford to the free throw line. As now checking in for the first time will be Heckert for the Boomers. That would be Kaylin Heckert. She'll take out Taylor Floyd, who's got 3 fouls. So Heckert likely out there just to soak up some fouls if she can. Navarro another inbound, finds Givens. Coming to her is Nelson and Mendel, and Nelson going to try to bump her again. No foul call there. And now Givens takes it back, wasting precious time to 20 seconds. 10 to Strickler. Finally, a collection of Boomers foul her with 16 seconds. Weatherford just draining this clock. Second one on Nelson. Still 1 more to give.
So, psychology, 16.8 seconds. commit all 4 into chasing the ball, allow Mendel an opportunity just to be on the other side.
And a 5-second call by the Boomers. Navarre couldn't get it off. Oh, they say timeout by Coach Hallward.
A homer call right there.
Oh,
not to say that's on the official, but hey, you love that as a home team, and that controversial moment for that to work out for you.
Yeah, I'm not complaining on the official there. Just I thought one official had waved 5 seconds. He put the hand up, but the other official said no. Timeout taken before that. Tough break for the Boomers. 16 seconds remains. Still got one more foul they have to give as they trail 45-42. Lexi Middle had a steal, had an open layup. Strickler did a good job to get back, played the defense on it. Shot was missed. There was no call.
Yeah, I don't know. 16 seconds. I'm looking to leak. I'm talking to Mendel right now, saying we win possession. I need you on the opposition side of the floor. Do you do a layup for the guaranteed, hypothetical guarantee, and then make it a one possession situation where you maybe draw? I don't know. But either way, I need my best shooter to be near the basket as soon as possible.
As out of the timeout, we'll have the 5 of Howard, Floyd, Nelson, Mendel, and Chavez. Culp has remained out with those 4 fouls. The Boomers trying to keep a little more speed in there to get to these, instant foul opportunities. It'll be Navarre again, the inbound. For Weatherford, Boomers got a foul once more. They find Givens. Nelson trying to foul her. Official's not called it. And he feeds it back to Navarre, down to 9 seconds to Givens. Finally the foul. And Nelson swiped at her twice, pushed her, and they didn't call it for another 10 seconds. So 7.8 left. And Floyd picks up her 4th. So finally, Boomers will force Weatherford to the line, but you're down to 7.8 seconds. Weatherford put on a clinic of how to run out that clock with fouls to give. There was 30 seconds when they had the possession. Givens at the line. She's been solid. 19, make it 20. Puts it at a 4-point game. 46-42. Boomers short-handed have tried their best to upset the Lady Eagles tonight. Second free throw on the way. Givens rounds it home. It's a 5-point game. Givens with 21. And, of course, Coach Jones will be able to take the timeout and discuss things. Tell you what, though, at the end of this game, regardless, Coach Godwin, like I said, short-handed for the Boomers tonight against a Weatherford team that's been on a roll without Kaylee Mills. And you got to appreciate the effort by all the girls trying to dig deep and pull this one off on the road.
Yeah, you want to win, of course. But I'm satisfied with the performances. Like, there's little things like, we allowed too much space on the perimeter at times. We didn't transfer players, and I don't know if that's a coaching decision or not. Right. But I'm just seeing.
And again, you're talking about some of the little things, not necessarily these huge mistakes, but in a game like this, it's the little things that come out of those differences.
It just gives them a little bit bigger window to capitalize on their opportunities. But I'm super impressed. I think that Chavez did a great job tonight. It's not over. I'm a dreamer. I'm saying, hey.
Sure.
Give the ball to Lexi. Give it to somebody who can launch it. Have her close enough. Draw her close enough to a defender to make the basket, get the foul, put this game away. Boomers with a victory on a 4-point play.
It'd be nice. As Mendel takes that inbound, he's got to run quick. As the guy go full contact. Just has 4. Gonna try to heave one up. Not going to be enough though at the buzzer, and that's off. So that's how it is. Ends the Boomers. The rally to try and take down Weatherford falls a little short as they fall 47-42 to the Lady Eagles. We'll step aside for break, come back with your post-game stats. Get you set for the boys. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here, and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews because your story deserves to be told.
In Weatherford as on the girls' side, falling a tight one, 47-42 to the Lady Eagles. Let's look at your post-game stats. Weatherford won both quarters in that second half, 12-10 in the third, then 11-8 to close the fourth after we were tied at 24 at the break. Deja Givens seemingly always has their best games against the Boomers. She had 21 tonight to lead the way for Weatherford. Also double figures, Talent Payne with 10, and just outside that, Ella Strickler with 9 for the Boomers. Lexi Mendel popping big once again on the scoreboard with 24 points, hit 4 threes in this one. She's got 8 straight games with 15 or more across those contests. Outside of that for the Boomers, 7 from Bailey Nelson, 6 from Kaylin Culp, 3 for Taylor Floyd, and 2 for Zoe Chavez. Woodward falls to 7-8 on the season. It will have Hera JV, awaiting them tomorrow in the opening round of the Buckle of the Week Belt Tournament. Weatherford improves to 12-2 on the year. We'll step aside, come back, get you set for boys basketball action. It's Woodward Weatherford coming up. It's Boomer TV it's Boomer basketball on C92 and Boomer TV.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
And back at Weatherford as Woodward prepares to take on the Eagles. Weatherford rolls into this contest 13-0. They rank number 6 in Class 4A. Jackson Smith, the senior, he has become a monster for the Eagles. 17 points per game, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, leading the way for them. Also, Cooper Bryant's heated up the junior, averaging 16 points, 6 boards per game as well. For the Boomers, Gage Hutchins coming off a career week, had 26 against Dodge City, career high, and then backed that up with 31 against Clinton. Also saw great contributions from Cole Reed and Caden Gaines, as well as a host of others. Chris, quickly, what do the Boomers got to do to get over the hump against Weatherford?
Much like the girls, just find a rhythm, find what Weatherford's successful at, and just make Weatherford uncomfortable with what they're comfortable in. Like find the holes and the team's performance, and just start digging in it, and be patient. Again, we don't have a shot clock. Be patient on our possessions. We definitely don't want to get into a situation where we get into a run of Weatherford, 10-0 runs, or, we just don't want those type of possessions to carry over. So be patient in our possessions, capitalize on the moments, and then look at what Weatherford's successful at, but find a hole and really start digging in that to kind of just break up their comfort level.
And the boys get finished in their warm-ups. We'll have starting lineup opening tip-off coming up. We'll step aside. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92, KMZ, FM Woodward, and Boomer TV.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Vance Auto Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Vance Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
Woodward Steel, your tri-state leader in steel, wants to remind you that in addition to taking care of all your steel needs, Woodward Steel carries other important materials such as stainless, aluminum, 4-inch to 12-inch PVC pipes and fittings, and so much more. If you're in the shop or out in the field and in need of fabrication materials, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call 580-324-8005 to talk with the staff, or visit the shop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 210 48th Street in Woodward. Woodward Steel, your trusted tri-state leader in steel.
Hungry? Head to Longshots Bar and Grill in downtown Woodward. Bring the whole crew for juicy ribeye steaks, giant burgers, wings from mild to flaming hot, fresh salads, and more. There's something for everyone, including the kids. Planning a party or team celebration? Check out the upstairs golf and gun bays, or ask about our group catering options. Longshots Bar and Grill, downtown Woodward's favorite hangout and the official home of the Boomer Coaches Show every Wednesday from 6 to 7. Come hungry, leave happy, and make it a night to remember.
And back at Weatherford as we get our starting lineup introduced for this boys contest between Woodward and Weatherford for the Boomers. That same starting lineup we saw Friday night, as Jay Graff still out for the Boomers. So we got Luke Talley, Aaron Laredo, Gage Hutchins, Cole Reed, and Caden Gaines for the Boomers. And for Weatherford, going with a touch of a different lineup, as tonight they will go with Dylan Epp, Hunter Nelson, Jackson Smith, Cooper Bryant, and Ricky Austin as replacing Cash Weiberg in the starting lineup is Ricky Austin. Austin is senior, averaging just 2 points a game. But for Weatherford again, Jackson Smith, the lead man. He's had multiple 30-point outings, averaging 17 a game. Cooper Bryant right there with 16 and Dylan Epp with 10. And it will be Hunter Nelson tipping off against Kate Gaines for the Boomer side of things. Gaines and the Boomers will go right to left in this first half across your listening device. Weatherford left to right. Gaines able to get it over to Laredo left wing. Dumps down quickly to Reed. His shot a little short. Gaines trying to come away with the rebound and loses the handle. Comes up to Epp for Weatherford. As that backs it out, top of the key, picked up by Talley. Goes right side to Bryant in the corner. To Nelson on the handle. Finds Smith. Epp top of the key. Weatherford going patient, right side. Smith driving baseline, kicks out, 3 on the way from Epp, and that one's short off the front iron. Smith trying to get the rebound, does corral it, took it away essentially from Gaines. Epp flies in and gets the second chance. So Dylan Epp gets Weatherford on the board, and we begin the scoring there. 7:20 first quarter. Weatherford on top 2-0. Boomers with it. It's Hutchins left side into the corner to Laredo, looking for somebody to cut, and an offensive foul, they say, on Caden Gaines. As Hunter Nelson was tight on him, Gaines a little confused. So Gaines picks up the first foul of the game. 7:13 left in the quarter. And we see Ricky Smith check out. So kind of a senior getting a start on homecoming night. Or Ricky Austin, excuse me. As Cash Weiberg, who's usually in the starting line, does check in for Weatherford. As Smith will take it across the timeline, finds Epp top of the key. Right side to Weiberg in the corner. To Bryant, driving baseline on Talley, gets the basket, gets the foul, and 1 for Cooper Bryant. And similar to the girls' game, Weatherford started a little fast as Talley picks up his first. A minute gone by first quarter, Weatherford pushing to go up 5-0. As Bryant to the line, trying to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Free throw on the way, and that one is good. So 5-0 in favor of the Eagles to begin this one. As Aaron Laredo handles the ball for the Boomers across the timeline. Calls out the play. Right wing trying to get to Gaines. He's getting bumped, not there. Laredo trying to find somebody. Gives it to Reed. Beside him, Reed wants the attack. Hop step, cut off all the elbow. Looking to pass it on. Trying to go out to Talley, and that pass a bit high for Talley. That's out of bounds. That's where Weatherford gets you. It's similar to the girls' side, Chris, where that defense, they're going to be stout in the half court. They're going to make you earn every inch.
Yeah, and what I'm noticing from Weatherford's defense, like they got hands on. Like they are really limiting our runs, our free runs.
To the basket, Nelson with the miss, affected by Gaines in the transition. Gaines tried to bounce over to Laredo, picked off by Weatherford. Up the other way. They work it to Smith, fade away, tough leaner, right block, off the glass and in. Jackson Smith with his first basket. Weatherford on top 7-0. Laredo back the other way. Gaines, mid-range jumper, in and out, no good. Left side rebound. They say last touch by the Boomers and Laredo as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the Boomers are just going to have to figure out how to break free and again slow down some of these possessions so that way they're not in a catch and run game with Weatherford.
Smith goes right back to that step back look. That's off the mark right side. Rebound taken by Laredo. Boomers have the numbers the other way. Smith just getting up. Reed crashes at the paint. He puts it off glass. And then the Boomers on the board with Cole Reed with the buckets. Boomers still trail 7-2, trying to bring some pressure. Epp the other way. Bounces over to Cooper Bryant. Checks up. Gives it back to Epp on the wing. Thinks about the three. Reed jumped in the air. Bryant passed, Epp passed out. Got it back from Smith. Tried the finger roll layup. That's short, but Epp able to collect it. Finds Nelson. He cuts and then throws it right to the Boomer bench. Pass a little off. What? Oh, they say tipped. Okay, that makes more sense. But I'd say Nelson, that is not a pass that looked like it was intentional. So they say tipped by the Boomers.
That's that NBA 2K glitch.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. Inbounds by Weatherford. At top. What you know about 2K, Chris? Anyways, left side, Jackson fires across court right side. Weiberg for three, high off the rim. Rebound nicely by Laredo over Bryant. So he flips it ahead to Reed. Boomers trail 7-2. 5:05 left first quarter. Reed cut off left elbow. Tries the shot, or left block. Tries the shot anyways. Didn't like the contact as Weatherford comes up with the rebound on the miss. Epp gets it right wing. So Weatherford controlling these first few minutes. Left wing to Smith. He'll rise and fire over Reed. That one in and out. Bryant, though, takes the board. Talley trying to defend him. Bryant misses the layup. Rebound. Laredo had it. Got knocked away from him. Both him and Bryant on the floor. And Smith calmly picks it up as it rolled right to him. Feeds it to Epp. Still 7-2. Weatherford on top. Epp drives and cuts through a double team for the basket left side. Epp with 4. And it's 9-2 in favor of the Eagles. 4:25 left first quarter. Boomers trying to find some rhythm. Bounce pass to Talley on the right wing. Gaines double teamed on the block. He'll turn around, put up the right hand hook. It's short. Rebound taken by Weatherford. Smith calmly across the timeline. Weatherford got scared against the Oklahoma City Knights last time out. 1-point win there. Right now in control to begin this one. Weiberg feeds it down to Bryant. He goes up on Laredo and powers through. Laredo got a hand on it, didn't matter. Bryant with 5, Boomers trailing 11-2 early. 3:50 first quarter. Laredo trying to fire it to Gaines, knocked away by Nelson. Weatherford is all over it. Another steal. Weiberg takes it across the timeline. They'll feed it over to Epp, who calms it down. He'll settle in as Talley picks him up. Epp picks up that dribble, high left wing, looking for Weiberg, finds him near the corner. Reed on him, out to Smith. Hutchins trying to guard Jackson Smith. He wants to attack on Hutchins. In the paint, gets him up in the air, kicks out right side. Nelson in rhythm 3, that's way short. He crashes in for his own board though. Falling out of bounds, saves it, and then Laredo able to take it off the pass to Reed, trying to get up to Gaines, and Epp just there. They've had 3 people around Gaines pretty much at all times for Weatherford. Epp the other way, bounce pass to the paint, stolen away by Hutchins. 2-on-2 the other way, 3-on-2 I should say. Hutchins, he wants to get in the action, drives the layup wild. Laredo though with the follow through in the right spot. Laredo with the basket. Boomers still down 11-4, 2:50 first quarter as Weatherford just control things early.
Yeah, I expect in the next possession we'll probably have a timeout and just kind of talk some things over as we've already experienced probably about.
And there's the timeout on cue as Smith able to make a tough leaner from the left side over Cole Reed. 13-4, 2:40 first quarter is your score. And Chris, I mean, you mentioned Boomer's going to have to slow it down, right? The tough part for Woodward is they've been able to force the tempo on their last few opponents. You go back to the Alva game, the Cushing game, Dodge City game, and Clinton game. They've been able to get out and run. That's where they're at their best. But to your point, a team like Weatherford is not going to allow that.
No, and something to understand is this is a program. We had the statement that was mentioned last year, right? Tradition never graduates. And so, yes, the group last year had a tradition of finding themselves into the final game of the season, beating that state championship. But the culture underneath has been growing underneath that, right? And so they understand the energy, they understand the moments, they understand the possessions in order to really kind of control and dictate the game. So, this is a program that we have to make uncomfortable and kind of get off their rhythm, create the frustration. This is a championship program, but how can we create frustration within it?
Out of the timeout, a little give and go between Laredo and Gaines. Laredo trying to dump it down in the paint, and it's a turnover again, this time for Weatherford coming up with it. There's Jacoby Flynn into the ball game freshly. He'll get it out to Smith, top the key. Weatherford on top, 13-4, 2:10 left in the quarter. They've got the possession. Smith just going to pull up in front of Laredo. Shot well short. Gaines comes down with the board. Flynn tried to race it and take it. Gaines back the other way, across the timeline, sizing up, goes left wing to Hutchins. Finds Reed, gets the screen. Reed attacking on Smith, cut off on the block. Reed fading away, can't make it. Roach underneath. The second effort, the foul, and one. Grayson Roach off the bench and impacting early with the and one.
So just observation here, to me, Cole Reed is the answer to this game. He is a backyard basketball player. Like he is creative enough and loves the contact. We've always talked about his time that he plays in the front yard with his brothers, and
oh yeah,
he's built for these type of teams to really control an opportunity on the offensive end. Free
throw was missed by Roach. Boomers almost had the board. Transition the other way. Weatherford a 3 with Weiberg in the corner off. Flynn has the offensive rebound, extends the possession. 13-6, Boomers trail with about 30 left in the quarter. It's Roach, Laredo, Hutchins, Gaines, and Reed the 5. So Talley was subbed out for Roach. Weatherford gets in the paint to Weiberg, loses off the hands. Quick pass from Smith. Weinberg wasn't quite. He's playing hard underneath, trying.
he's definitely putting in the effort.
Leading the point
losing
guard.
his energy.
Bounces it right side to Reed. Goes up top to Hutchins. Hutchins wants it back to Laredo. Left side gets it there. Flynn picks him up. Boomers trying to work this half court. As Laredo drives, kicks in the corner to Hutchins. Wants an attack. Tough fadeaway shot off the left side, but Laredo tracks down the board, fires a pass to Smith there to take it. She stepped into that lane. Smith now guarded by Reed. Smith wiggles his way through, kicks it out. They work it, swing it left side. Cooper Bryant 4-3. That one rims out. Flynn, though, crashes in for the board. Nobody boxed him out. Weatherford extends that possession left side to Nelson from Smith. Back to Smith. Just 33 seconds remain in the quarter. They bounce it down to Bryant, working on Roach. Bryant gets underneath and somehow gets the bucket. And really, I mean, Grayson Roach did all he could there without committing a foul. Bryant was 7, 15-6. Boomers trail by 9, 17 seconds remain in the quarter. Reed, baseline. Hutchins, another fadeaway shot. That's off the mark. Rebound, Hutchins trying to get it. He does. Puts it back up. Finger roll, no good. Rebound fought for. Hutchins comes up with again. 5 seconds. Up top to Reed. He'll launch the three. Off the glass. Off the rim, no good. Gaines at the buzzer. Got it. Count the basket. And that's how we end the first quarter. Gaines gets on the board, but the Boomers trail 15-8 after one. We'll step aside. It's Boomer basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
And back at the Eagles nest in Weatherford, Chris Godwin, Tyler Riggs with you in this boys contest. Weatherford controlling 15-8 after that first quarter. Caden Gaines gets a little buzzer beater floater in the lane off some second efforts by the Boomers, second and third, I should say. And Chris, the Boomers stabilized a little bit there, but still going to have to find a way to control this pace.
Yeah. Again, I just like I like Cole Reed's control.
And speaking of control, Cooper Bryant, I mean, Grayson Roach is right on, still able to work in and get the layup again off the glass. Make it 17-8. Favorite Weatherford. Boomers the other way with Gaines top of the key, gets the double screen. Thought about pulling up for the three, not going to take it as Smith comes out to him. Now Gaines needs help, finds Roach in the corner to Reed, right side. Crossover on Nelson, trying to drive baseline. Nelson, good cutoff, fires a pass to Roach, and that's through his hands, but Gaines able to retreat it deep left wing. 7:15 left in the half. Boomers down 17-8, trying to find some rhythm. Gaines gets the high screen. Attacking, leaning in for the layup. The scoop, no good, but got the foul. And Gaines spun it from about the free throw line. Just the length he has to work into these spots is always crazy to see.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stretch, and, you know, it's just surprising to me. I don't know if it's a basketball thing where they don't collapse on that because he is so long. Can they? Is that a fear of drawing a foul? I just don't understand how a big man like that can take up so much room and the opposition just allows it.
Gaines makes both free throws. The foul was on Cooper Bryant, his first. Gaines with 4, make it 17-10. Boomers still trailing. Hutchins trying to get still, did poke it away. Rolaria takes it, shovel pass to Hutchins to Gaines for the easy layup, and that's the possession the Boomers needed. Turnover and bucket. As Gaines was 6, Boomers now trailing 17-12. They've got Nelson trapped in the deep corner. Reed takes it away. He gets in for the easy layup. Boomers back-to-back steals and buckets. Reed was with 4, and just like that, Woodward within 3, 17-14, 6:45 left in the half. Reed pokes it away from Smith, but it goes right to Bryant. Kicks it left corner. Trying to drive up and under, layup high off the glass, doesn't stick for Ben Tucker's into the ball game, and then a second chance and an 8-1 by who else? Cooper Bryant. He's got 11 in this first half.
Yeah, Laredo just went to go contest that.
It is the first on Laredo since Bryant to the line for the three-point play. Puts Weatherford back up by 5, 19-14, 6:37 left in the half. It's Bryant a few dribbles, dips, shoots the free throw. That one good. So Cooper Bryant with the fast start. He's got 12. Boomers the other way, right side to Gaines. To Roach on the elbow, hand back to Gaines. Step back, thought about the three instead, goes in the paint. Hutchins was cutting, but playing it well was Dylan Epp, causes the turnover. Epp will take it up the right side.
You know those plays have worked the last couple of weeks, and so that right there was a muscle memory play, and they're seeing the evidence of Weatherford's defense that's just not going to work.
Not going to fly against an opponent like that. Luckily for the Boomers the other way, Nelson's pass over to Cooper Bryant just a bit too hot. He can't handle it. It's out of bounds.
You'll see as the game goes on, plays like that are going to be less and less. They're going to find the groove of this game. It won't be so, hey, it's worked the last couple of weeks, we're going to keep doing it. We're well coached. We got athletes on the court that love this game. They're going to make the adaptations needed.
Inbounds off the tip pass by Weatherford goes to Laredo atop the key. He directs some traffic, gets ice cream from Cole Reed. Doesn't quite use it. Works at the Gaines right side. 5:45 left in the half. Boomers trailing 20-14. Trying to get within possession, get Gaines. Couple crossovers, thought about the step back, instead finds Hutchins. He crashes to the basket to layup. Just a little short second chance from Hutchins, rims out. Two good looks, couldn't go down. Rebound taken by Nelson. He'll calmly feed it over to Smith, down the right side for Weatherford. Cole Reed picks him up top the key, finds Epp. Hutchins will step out on him. Back to Smith. So size up Reed, crossover, leans his way into the paint. Tough defense from Reed and Roach. Roach takes the board. Tries to throw it ahead to Hutchins, leaps for it, finds Laredo. Little floater, right-handed, good, in the paint. Laredo with 4. And the Boomers back within 4:20-19, still by Reed off the inbounds, but loses the handle trying to go up with it. Good turnaround defense from Hunter Nelson. And a timeout taken by Coach Derek Bull. Not quite happy with the squad of how that last few possessions have gone. So 20-16, 5:02 left in the half. Great Plains Bank Heritage Trust respects those are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they're in touch with communities in which we live and work. M&D Enterprises and a Lawnmower Shop for best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and a Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you have always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward and in Weatherford. M&D, Great Plains Bank, powering Boomer Sports this season. Boomers trail 20-16 as we work through the middle part of the second quarter. And Chris, I mean, for the Boomers, similar to the girls, you start out down, 9 points, but you at least fight your way back. And now you just got to find a couple possessions to get control of this thing.
You do, and I mentioned a couple times Cole on the offensive end. The reason why I like that look is, again, he understands the pressure that he's going to receive. Along with Cole, I would like Caden to also be one of those players that they just bounce back and forth on who takes possession at the start to kind of dictate the play. Caden creates great shots for himself, right? We need Gage to be a free runner and keep away from driving into one or two guys. Let him be that breakthrough at the basket.
After the timeout, Weatherford on possession. It's Bryant, right wing, as they broke the Boomer pressure. Bryant throws a pass high to Weiberg. He corrals it, gives it to Smith. He'll take the three with Gaines' hands in his face, and Smith nails it. He's got 7. And Weatherford back up top by 7, 23-16. 4:35 left in the half. Gaines takes the handoff from Laredo, high left wing, gets the screen from Reed. Weatherford trying to stay on him. Gaines, a tough fade two-pointer. That one's off the mark, but the long rebound tipped by Reed and controlled by Gaines, high right wing.
So we got a little bit of a chaotic possession. This is where gaps are going to be created.
Laredo takes a mid-range jump shot after cutting off the pass from Gaines. That one rims out. Rebound taken by Weatherford. They'll push back the other way. Epp steps up. He'll take the three-point right wing. Just dribbles out. Gaines with the strong rebound. And then he's fouled as I think Ben Tucker got underneath him trying to cause an offensive rebound. And that is the case. So Tucker picks up his first. Second of the quarter for Weatherford. Jacoby Flynn back in the ball game for the Eagles as Tucker will step out. Boomers on the possession. Roach inbounds it to Laredo.
So in this set, Weatherford just sits back and they're in their zone play.
And putting that body on Gaines, that's the key there too. Right side pass to Reed, picked up by Weiberg. Turn around, tough fade away from Reed. That's a little short. Rebound taken by Weatherford as they push it ahead to Epp. Zips it over to Weiberg. Gaines there on him. Weiberg cut off, flips back out to Bryant in the corner to Weiberg, left side. Epp calmly comes and takes it on the wing. So gets a little bit of a token screen from Flynn. 3:30 left in the half. Weatherford leading 23-16 over the Boomers. And on the possession is Epp, top the key, left side to Flynn.
So as you see, and again, I don't know if this is a coaching thing, but you're seeing the transfer of players. You're seeing the zone. They are manned up, but at the same time, as a runner goes, they just transfer ownership of that player. So it allows them to stay balanced defensively, and obviously is dragging out this Weatherford possession.
As Weatherford patient, trying to work it. Smith takes the top, tough paint shot in the middle. That one pops out, rebound. Flynn flies in, pokes away from Roach, but Reed eventually takes it. He's got Laredo with him. Reed gets the layup to go. Wild possession there for Cole Reed, but you mentioned street basketball. That was kind of reminiscent. He's got 6. Boomers back within 5, 23-18, 2:40 left in the half.
Yeah, Cole, he just understands contact in this game, and I can understand that is just like a bred thing at the Reed household. Like, you know, they grew up beating each other up for that basketball, so it really pays a lot of dividends when they play in these type of games.
Boomers poke it away on the Weatherford end, but Reed can't save it as he took a bump. And now Bryant the other way, a layup over Grayson Roach. Cooper Bryant has been big in this first half for Weatherford as he started super strong with 14 points. Weatherford back up top, 25-18. Gaines in the paint. He gets the foul, and one as Flynn had dove to the ground, taking some contact. Gaines with 8. We'll go back to the line to try to make it a 4-point ball game. Woodward trying to just hang around. You could withstand the salvo from Weatherford, you got a chance.
Yeah, they're doing well, and to go back to that girls game where we're talking about Gibbons having the IQ, being around the coach, right there. Gaines understands the moment, knows he can draw into contact for the 3-point opportunity here.
And that free throw pops out, so can't complete it. 5-point game still, 25-20. Boomers trails. Weatherford takes the possession. Epp on the left wing, across the timeline, picked up by Laredo. That foul, by the way, was on Cooper Bryant, his second, so that'll slow him down. Kind of a break there for the Boomers. As Smith takes the handoff, turns the corner. Oh, Reed thought he had the block. No, they say a foul. So he was challenged at the rim. They do get Reed for his first. That sends Jackson Smith to the line. He has 7 on the game, looking for more. Him and Bryant have been that dynamic duo, 17 and 16 respectively so far for Weatherford this season. Epp adds 10, so that's 3 players in double figures for them on a consistent basis. Smith, first free throw good. A guy that, again, got kind of, I don't want to say buried, but he was the 5th starter among a group of Tate and Ethan Sage, both high-level college basketball players right now, one at Iowa, one at Pittsburgh State. C.J. Dixon was at OU playing defense. And then Walker Kennedy was one of the best sharpshooters at shooting guard, now at SWASU. Smith only averaged about 7 points a game last year, but he had a 40-point performance in one outing. As he makes the second free throw, he's got 9. 7-point lead again for Weatherford. 27-20, minute 40 left in the half. And Flynn trying to get the steal on Laredo, does, and gets the pass over to Epp. So Flynn off the bench gets the steal, now gets it back. Right wing 3 in transition. That's too strong. Talley takes the rebound for the Boomers. As he'll look to push.
Control the possession, control the clock. There's a minute 25 left here. How can we stretch out this possession to limit their opportunities in the next couple
As we say that, Laredo trying to fire a pass on the baseline to Hutchins. That one poked away and stolen by Weatherford. They're reading that play all day in this first half. Smith bounces it over to Epp. So calmly take it. Minute 05 left in the half. And a nice cut by Smith to the basket. Good find from Nelson. And Smith now with 11. And Weatherford up 9, 29-20. 55 seconds remains in the half. Talley just dribbles over to Gaines. He takes it high right wing. Gaines picked up by Nelson. Out at the Weatherford logo. Gets the double screen high from Talley and Laredo. Nelson fights through the contact. Gaines spins out of it, but he's double teamed. Picks up the dribble. Finds Laredo. Bounce pass to Talley. Tight. Good move. And Talley floats it home. What a pass for Aaron Laredo. And Talley on the board with his first basket. 7-point ball game again, 29-22, 25 seconds left in the half. You could assume Weatherford's going to try to hold for this final shot. As Epp checks back to the clock, Hutchins is on him. Here the timeline at the Weatherford logo, 14 seconds. Epp dribbles around, high right wing. With 8, still has a handle. Now finds Nelson. Free throw line over to Smith, catch and shoot corner 3. And that falls for Jackson Smith. Perfectly executed for Weatherford. Gaines Hughes at the buzzer. That's off the mark at Woodward. You look up, they're down by 10 at the half, 32-22 your score. We'll step aside, come back with your halftime stats. Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
Woodward Steel, your tri-state leader in steel, wants to remind you that in addition to taking care of all your steel needs, Woodward Steel carries other important materials such as stainless, aluminum, 4-inch to 12-inch PVC pipes and fittings, and so much more. If you're in the shop or out in the field and in need of fabrication materials, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call 580-324-8005 to talk with the staff, or visit the shop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 210 48th Street in Woodward. Woodward Steel, your trusted tri-state leader in steel.
Contest 32-22 at the break. Weatherford won the first quarter 15-6. The Boomers evened it up nearly in the second quarter, still lost those 17-16. Looking at your halftime stats for Weatherford, highlight them in the pregame, knew they were going to be the guys. They've been that so far. Jackson Smith, Cooper Bryant with 14 points apiece. So they've supplied 28 of the Weatherford 32. Also with 4 points for them is Dylan Epp. On the Boomer side of things, no score in double figures, couple close. Caden Gaines has 8. Cole Reed with 6. Aaron Laredo with 4. And they've got 2 points for Luke Talley and Grayson Roach. That's how the Boomers get to their 22. But, Chris, you look at it, it's Weatherford being what they are. They make you grind out every possession, and you think you're making headway, and all of a sudden it's quicksand. You look up and you're down double digits. I mean, it sounds so simple, but Weatherford's so good at the simple.
Yeah, it's just discipline. I mean, when you play teams like this, it really is a mental game as much as it is physical. Like when you think that a team like this is going to allow you to just sit real close to them, understand that they're going to find that extra gear. You know, whether it's another player off the bench or you know, again, this is a championship program. They've been there consecutively. They understand what that next gear looks like, and when things aren't flowing, they're going to have to level up, and so we have to match that and maybe sacrifice a little bit. You've noticed that when we apply that pressure, especially on their end when they're inbounding, we've come up with turnovers. So how can we make them uncomfortable on all inbound plays, or when they do get the ball inbound? How can we find more success as they transition onto our side of the court? what type of effort or what type of decisions can we make to really speed up their decision making and maybe force them into error judgment.
And that's easier said than done because, like I said, the discipline. This Weatherford team does not make many mistakes at all.
Yeah.
Boomers have forced a couple, but then it's hard to turn around and take advantage of that.
You've really seen us find the success on the inbound play from their half, right? So should they pass our half, what's our answer? Like what type of scenario do we look best in? Do we need to be underneath the basket? No, because they can shoot from the perimeter. I really like us spread out, and we're transferring players and forcing the uncomfortable contested shots.
Absolutely. Boomers trailing 32-22 at the half. A couple of minutes, we'll be back to the second half quickly. We'll step aside for break. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward. Welcome. Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
Hungry? Head to Longshots Bar and Grill in downtown Woodward. Bring the whole crew for juicy ribeye steaks, giant burgers, wings from mild to flaming hot, fresh salads, and more. There's something for everyone, including the kids. Planning a party or team celebration? Check out the upstairs golf and gun bays or ask about our group catering options. Longshots Bar and Grill, downtown Woodward's favorite hangout and the official home of the Boomer Coaches Show every Wednesday from 6 to 7. Come hungry, leave happy, and make it a night to remember.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
And back at Weatherford High School, we get set for the second half, final seconds before that one ticks down as the Boomers trail 32-22 at the break to the Weatherford Eagles. And as we get to the second half, again, remind you that the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament in Kingfisher, like pretty much every other tournament in the state this week, has been moved up. Boomers will play tomorrow, not Thursday, to begin that tournament. The girls take on what we believe should be Hera JV. Guyman pulling out. They had a road contest tonight against Midwest City. It would be a late comeback, early turnaround, tough situation for them. So choosing kind of the health of the players there. And then the boys set to take on Chisholm at 5:30. What's interesting, as I saw on Facebook today, Chisholm pulled out of their game with Blackwell due to flu. So we'll see if they'll be at full strength tomorrow for that tournament game. They're not playing tonight. The high-powered Chisholm Longhorns. Boomers the possession to begin this second half as they work left to right. It's Laredo atop the key on the handle. Bounces it to Hutchins. He's trying to turn the corner with the head of steam. Guarded tightly by Weiberg. Tries to flip it over to Reed. Reed can't handle it. Weatherford takes the steal. Smith the other way. Sends it over to Epp, left wing. Top key up to Smith. He'll calm it down to 7:30 left in the third quarter. So he sends it to Weiberg. Cross court right side to Epp. Thinks about the catch and shoot three. Thinks better of it. Smith says, I'll oblige. Hand to the face. Good contest from Reed. Rebound taken by Talley. They'll flip it ahead to Gaines. Down the right side. Gaines had 8 in that first half to lead the Boomers. Laredo gets the handle. Sees the double screen. Dumps down to Reed. Off the roll. Nice feed. And Reed finishes it. Nice little sit play there for the Boomers. Reed now with 8 to match Gaines. Boomers trail by 8, 32-24, 6:55 third quarter. As Bryant goes up top to Nelson. Right corner, I should say, to Smith. Reed on him tightly again. Another good contest. Smith, the fadeaway. That's no good. Bryant, though, with the offensive rebound, powers it back up. Epp takes another chance at it as he crashes in for the board. Boomers can't box him out.
So you're seeing that defensive effort that I'm talking about. Stretch out to the perimeter, force the contested shot, and just really look to get these rebounds.
As down low, Bryant able to draw the foul, work it again in the paint. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots since his shot was no good. And they will get Aaron Laredo for his second. And so it sends Cooper Bryant to the line. He's tied for the lead in the game with 14. Jackson Smith, his teammate, also with 14. 6:24 left third quarter. Bryant's first free throw is good. He's got 15. Bryant a couple dribbles. Second free throw on the way, and that one rims out. So he splits the pair. 9-point lead for the Eagles, 33-24. Boomers on the possession. Laredo top the key. Dribbles to the left side. Flings it over to Hutchins, right side. Gage trying to get going. Fade away, tough one. That one off the mark. Rebound by Epp. No, Hutchins able to get it after Talley poked at it. They get to Talley in the paint. He drives, gets the layup left side. Good job for Luke Talley. He's got 4. Boomers trail 33-26. Pressure gets set up. Gaines and Hutchins in the backcourt trying to apply some of that. Weatherford breaks it, works up to Smith, and too easy the other way as Nelson able to get open on the backside. And Hunter Nelson with his first basket makes it 35-26 in favor of Weatherford. Gaines double teamed on the right wing, gets the screen. Laredo on the pass, had to poke it over to Talley. Up top to Hutchins for 3. That one off the mark. Rebound taken by Weatherford and Hunter Nelson. 5:25 left in the third. This is the thing with Weatherford. They don't care if they score 60 or not. They're going to try to choke you out each possession. As a nice give and go, Smith finds Bryant cutting to the basket. And Bryant with the hard working 17 points. Boomers trail by 11 now, 37-26. As Laredo up top. Gets the high screen from Reed. Tries to drive baseline left side. Pulls up mid-range. That one just a bit too strong. Rebound taken from Weatherford. Taken for Weatherford, I should say. Smith gets it across the half court. Zips it down to Bryant. He's instantly triple teamed, and Gage just takes it away from him over the top. Hutchins one the other way with Smith. The fading layup gets it to go. Hutchins finally on the board with 2 points.
So back-to-back right now, you're seeing the high press and Weatherford's backcourt. That transition play for Hutchins, that's tonight's game for him. He's tried to create something when Weatherford's already in their defensive block, and unfortunately he hasn't had the night tonight as he has in previous nights. If it's not transition, I'd like Gage to gain some confidence through creating scenarios for players, because that's going to build the confidence for Gage.
And tonight. A circus layup for Jackson Smith through a couple defenders as he was getting fouled, and one for him. So an answer from the Hutchins basket. They get the second on Luke Talley.
Not to hold your opportunity from calling that. No, I just don't want to glorify what kind of play that was. No, it was
How
really
good of a
nice.
play it was.
It
that
really
was crazy
nice.
body control.
I have to say. Let's limit the circus plays.
Yeah.
We don't need them enjoying too many of those moments.
No, sir. 17 for Smith now as he makes the free throw. 40-28. Boomers trail by 12. And an interception by Cooper Bryant as it was intended to Grayson Roach off the pick and roll. Up the other way in the corner. Weiberg for 3. That one clanks out. Rebound taken by Roach. So calm it down. Give it to Reed. Reed fires it left wing to Gaines. Gaines trying to attack on Nelson. Tough right-hand leaner. That one just a bit out off the mark. Rebound taken by Smith. Fires ahead to Epp. Lets one man blow by and gets the easy layup. Epp with 6. And Weatherford up by 14 all of a sudden. 3:35 left in the third. Reed just bullying his way into the paint the other way. Lost the handle trying to go up with it. Able to collect it back as he was swiped away at. Gets to the left block. Bounces it to Hutchins. Cut into the basket and knocked away by Weatherford. as it'll stay with the Boomers. 3:25 left third quarter.
So 3:25 left in the third. In this situation, we're down 14. If this stretches out too much more, I as a coach, I might be considering some situations to save some legs for
ahead of that tournament.
Yeah.
Boomers the other way, especially knowing that Chisholm didn't play today. Shot by Reed, just rims out on the fader. Gaines underneath, trying for the second chance, but it's stolen away as he had 3 Eagles around him. Weatherford emerges with it. Smith floats it ahead to Flynn. He drives to the paint, tough look. Gaines got a piece of that one on the block. Rebound taken by Reed, 2-on-2 the other way. Him and Hutchins there. Reed just going to take it right at Smith, and a block by Smith. So Weatherford gets it right back. 42-28 left in the third. 2:45. Or 42-28 the score. 2:40 left in the third quarter, I should say. His left wing goes to Bryant, dumps it into Smith, working on Roach. Gets inside the room, kicks it out to Flynn. He'll take the 3 right wing. That one clanks off wild. Rebound taken by Hutchins, but he fell. Still, though, Reed comes up with it. So he finds Talley, a little behind the back by Talley. To Reed, top the key, straightaway 3. That goes from Cole Reed. So he's at 11 points. A timeout taken by Coach Gaines. Probably a good one. The Boomers trail by 11. 42-31, 2:18 remaining in the third quarter. Smith & Co. Auction and Realty. They are Oklahoma's real estate and land auction experts. Smith & Co. is your top choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. Call them 580-254-3975 or email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. Also, Northwest Glass, from residential and commercial glass to auto glass and doors, or to all glass doors and mirrors, Northwest Glass has you covered. They do it all with expert care and quality service. Stop by 611 Texas Avenue or call them 580-256-4324. Smith & Co. Northwest Glass, powering Boomer Sports this season. As Boomers trail 42-31. Trying to unseat the Eagles on the road, and Weatherford showing you why the Eagles' Nest is a tough place to play. And as me and Coach Godwin talked about, that championship tradition now applying to the next generation of Weatherford. Without, obviously, that senior class of C.J. Dixon, the Sage Twins, and Walker Kennedy, but still 13-0, trying to go 14-0. Why they are number 6 in the state is because 4A might be the toughest top-to-bottom division, if you will, among them all, if you talk to a lot of people. 6A's got their teams, 5A's got their teams, but 4A's got a lot of really good teams. As Weatherford without the timeout, Smith throwing it ahead, breaking the press 2-on-1, Bryant, and did Hutchins get the charge? No! Wow. Hutchins got there, got set, took the contact from Bryant, but they say a blocking foul. Tough call against Hutchins. His first foul of the game. It sends Cooper Bryant to the free throw line.
You know, a basketball person would be like, I don't understand offsides in soccer. Me as a soccer, I don't understand what a charge and a block is, because they all look the same to me.
That's a fair one. Cooper Bryant makes the first. I didn't think of it like that. That's a good one. I like that analogy. Second free throw good. Bryant's got 19. Boomers trailing back by 13, 44-31. Just 2:08 left third quarter. As it's Laredo on the left wing with the handle, picked up by Smith. Dribbles around the top. Now on the right side, still on the handler, trying to get Gaines a look. It's not there in the paint. Laredo gives it to Hutchins. Back to Laredo right side. Screen set by Talley. Laredo gets open, thinks about the 3, instead picks up his dribble, sends it left side to Hutchins. Hand off to Gaines. Top the key, Nelson on him. Gaines going to take a deep 3. That goes for Caden Gaines. He's got 11. Matching. Cole Reed's 11 points. Boomers trying to set up that press, trailing by 10, 44-34. Almost forced the turnover. Bryant, though, able to get it down to Nelson. His shot no good. Great defense from Gaines. Flips ahead to Hutchins, one-on-one with Smith. Hutchins leans into the contact. Layup, no good. No call there. Rebound taken by Weatherford. Hutchins thought he was going to get the call, not the case. Smith fires past to the corner. Tucker with the 3, and that rattles home. So Ben Tucker with the answer for Weatherford. His first basket. And a look for Gaines in the right corner. That one too strong. Or for Hutchins, excuse me. So that's too strong off the mark. Remains 47-34 in favor of Weatherford. 53 seconds left third quarter. Epp now gets in the right corner. Thinks about it. Instead, we'll pull it out. Weatherford going to try to hold for that final shot, I would imagine. This is why, hey, shot clock next year is going to be very welcome across 4A. Not dogging on Weatherford for that. They're taking advantage of the situation, as any coach should and would.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know the story of Weatherford.
Yes. What happened to them a couple years ago with Coach Shupperdane on Arco.
I mean, that's national news. So
got on ESPN. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter as Weatherford holds. They lead 47-34. As a Smith, high right wing, now with 10, waving his guys off. One-on-one with Hutchins. Left wing to Nelson, 8 seconds. He turns, kicks to the corner to Tucker with 4. Tucker into the paint, driving for the layup, and that goes for Hunter Nelson. And that's how we end the third quarter with Weatherford leading by 15, 49-34 after 3. We'll step aside. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here, and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
And back in Weatherford, as 49-34 entering this final frame. Weatherford trying to advance to 14-0 on the season as they sit number 6 in Class 4A. They've got the first possession of the fourth quarter. As they work right to left in this half, it's Smith, top of the key. After Bryant got a look down low, didn't like it, backed it out. They work it to Tucker, over to Flynn, right side. On the off-ball movement for Weatherford as Nelson takes it left wing to Tucker. Top the key to Smith. So calmly feed it back over to Flynn. That's what Weatherford's so good at, just the patience offensively, being able to dissect you and find that look when they want it. Bryant to Nelson, right side. 7:22 left in the ball game. Smith takes the top key, sees the lane, attacks and gets layup right side. Smith with 19. Boomers trail 51-34, gains the other way, trying to force the issue. Free throw line, nice bounce pass to Hutchins on a good cut on the back door. Hutchins now with 4. Boomers got to find some answers quick, got to find some stops. Weatherford's going to try to choke out these possessions. No shot clock tonight. As it's Tucker on the right side, goes to Flynn. Flynn going to hold against Hutchins. Boomers going to have to force the issue. Hutchins is standing back on him. Flynn saying, hey, I'll dribble it out. And finally attacks right side. They say he stepped on the line. Or did they say a foul? Nope. Set a foul on Hutchins. So his second, first of the quarter for the Boomers. Tucker will check out, gives back way to Dylan Epp. As it's Flynn, Epp, Nelson, Smith, and Bryant the 5. Smith inbounds it to Flynn, high right side, sees the double team. Finds Smith, he pulls up just under the free throw line. That rows around and in for Jackson Smith. He's at 21. Boomers quickly the other way. Laredo right side gives the Gaines in the paint. Gets open. He'll take the little pull up from there and nails it. K Gaines with 13. By the way, that should be Gaines now crossing over 850 career points. So we're under 150 to 1,000 for Gaines as a sophomore. A drive by Smith the other way. He answers with a tough layup in front of the basket. The senior now with 23 points as Weatherford extends their lead 55-38. 6:02 left of the ball game. Timeout taken by the Boomers. Great Plains Bank, heritage, trust, and respect. Those are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they're in touch with communities in which we live and work. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop for your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything they need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward, Canton, and Weatherford. M&D, Great Plains Bank, powering Boomer Sports this season. Coach Cole Hibbler for Chisholm doing a little scouting on 2 potential opponents for this weekend. As we mentioned, Chisholm off tonight, dealing with a little bit of flu. Probably the best idea. You know you're going to see Woodward tomorrow. Might see Weatherford along the way. So take a look at what both teams have to offer. And that would be an interesting change of pace, Chris, because, you know, Weatherford's very measured. They like to dissect you. They can go fast if they want to, but that's not their mode of operation. Chisholm wants to go fast. I mean, they will put up some points in a hurry if you let them. Cooper Westfall going to be a dynamic player that Boomers have to deal with tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I say, is someone sending a doctor to go check on Chisholm to make sure that
verify that they're good to play?
Yeah, so that way we're prepared for what's to come tomorrow.
Right. Boomers out of the timeout with possession, almost a turnover as Reed tries to find Gaines. Reed takes it back. He drives to the paint, gets the layup to go, and one. A block call. And I will say, consistency both ways. That's what we asked for in officials. That was a very similar play to the Gage Hutchins block. They called it the same way for Flynn, so you got to respect that if you're the Boomer faithful. Reed with 13 and an and-one opportunity. Flynn picks up his second. Free throw off the mark, but the offensive rebound taken by Laredo to Reed. He'll tee up another 3, this time right side. That's high off the back iron. Roach pokes it out. Laredo able to come away with it. Trying to get over to Gaines. Now Reed takes it. His layup no good, and a couple of pokes, and Weatherford comes away with the board. And Laredo, I think, go to pick up the foul. Smith took it and kind of took some contact from Laredo.
Yeah, and I think right there, that last 20 seconds, it probably sums up how the night's going. We've had possessions where we've taken shots, and they just haven't fallen tonight for us to be closer in this game.
Yeah, and you're down 15, largely because, as you mentioned, it's not that the looks have been horrible. You just, like I said, you haven't got ones to go, and then the turnovers on top of that haven't helped. 55-40, the Boomers trail. 5:18 left of the game. Weatherford working it along the high points as Epp playing a little catch with Smith and Flynn. Sends it over to Nelson, right side. Flynn takes it, drives free throw line. That shot wild. Gaines with the rebound. Gaines in the open court now. Bounce pass over Laredo, right side. Laredo hop steps in the lane. Tough leaner there. Goes out left side. Smith with the rebound.
So in that last possession, you saw
as Bryant the other way waits for the contact to blow by and misses a shot, but then they say a foul anyways.
So going into like that conversation of how soccer and basketball are pretty similar, Weatherford's possession had a essential what we would call a box midfield. Like they got four corners, and then they had a third man run right there in the middle in the lane, and that movement is so similar to what you would see on a soccer field. So it makes it really difficult for the defense because it stretches them out to those 4 corners, and then it just, like, if you think of what a square looks like, where's all the space? It's right there in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right, and so when you get that third man run and you're not predicting it, that's where trouble ensues.
Bryant splits the free throws. He's got 20, and Weatherford now up 56-40. With 4:44 left in the game. Boomers the other way. Laredo left corner. Trying to attack on flank, cut off. Needs to pass it. Finds Hutchins cutting to the basket. Hutchins fouled before he could even get a shot up. Be on the floor. And that one, a smart foul by Dylan Epp, basically said, yeah, I'm not going to let Gage get in there and get an easy layup. Epp's first foul. Second of the quarter for the Eagles. Reed the inbounder beneath the left block for the Boomers. Gives it to Talley. Back to Reed underneath the basket. Too deep, though, with Smith with good defense. Shot missed. Rebound taken by Weatherford. Flipped ahead to Flynn. Ooh, tripped in the open court. Throwed a wild pass. Picked off by Talley. Bounce pass ahead to Hutchins. Stops. He'll take the 3 in transition from there. That's good from Gage Hutchins. Hutchins with 7. Boomers cut it back to 13. Problem is time winding down. 4:10 left in the game. 56-43 they trail. Bryant attacking. Kicks it out. Flynn to the corner. Goes up top to Epp as coach Derek Bull directs traffic from the bench. And now he's going to want a timeout.
A sub got an injury right there.
Oh, yep. As Flynn come up a little bit limp.
Yeah, slipping on the court right there. He
in the open court, yeah.
Kind of went into a hamstring.
So Flynn goes out. Cash Weiberg comes in. And now a discussion by the officials. Coach Bull saying there's a slick spot there, so they want him to clean it up, I think. Oh, no, changing where the inbounds was, excuse me. Had it on the baseline. It'll be sideline instead in front of the Weatherford bench. Smith, the inbounder.
I like your first explanation. That made sense to me. You can just change where inbound plays are.
Apparently. See, here's the thing, though. Coach Bull was an excellent player for Altus back in his day. He's a smart man when it comes to basketball. Sometimes as much, maybe more than some officials. And that's not a knock on the officials. Gaines with the steal for the Boomers, and then flips ahead to Laredo, who draws the hard foul. Free throw or a layup, no good, but it will send Laredo to the free throw line.
So what we call that is a true student of the game. You know,
absolutely.
He's definitely become a coach, right? And a phenomenal coach. But, you know, as a player, if you can understand the rules and how it benefits you in certain situations such as that, you know, that's going to pay dividends as a player, then as a coach, and then the players are going to receive that same benefit because that type of knowledge is going to carry on down.
We could say the same thing about one Coach Godwin, I believe, as well. Free throw good for Laredo on the front end. Second one off the mark, and the rebound fought for, poked out of bounds by Weatherford, they said. So despite the missed free throws, the Boomers keep the possession. Still trailing, though, 56-43. Going to have some quick shots, get back into it. Shots and stops. Laredo kicks to the corner, Gaines, tough fadeaway three, and got the foul. As Hunter Nelson a little upset, but I mean, to gain some a little bit, maybe, but that's part of the game. And they will get Hunter Nelson for his first foul. So Gaines to the line for 3 free throws. Boy, if you could have made those 2 free throws for Laredo, when they get these, it would have been nice. But make both, you don't get the opportunity here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Gaines' first free throw good. He's got 14.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Do what?
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
It's the if game, right? Man, what if?
Second free throw good from Gaines. Could cut it to 10. Third free throw good, so he makes all 3. 10-point ball game, 56-46.
And that kind of just goes back to that point of, you know, had some of these opportunities where we've had these looks fallen. I think we're probably looking at a 2 possession instead of where we're at right now. And I say like 2 possession being, if they fall, we're in that 2 possession comfortably. And you know, I didn't catch how much time's left, but 2 possession with this much time feels a lot better than where we're at right now and how we handle some possessions.
Yeah, timeout taken by Coach Gaines before the inbounds from Weatherford. Smith & Co. Auction Realty, Oklahoma's real estate and land auction expert. Smith & Co. is your top choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. Call them 580-254-3975 or email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. Also, Northwest Glass, from residential and commercial glass to auto glass doors and mirrors. Northwest Glass, they've got you covered with expert care and quality service. Visit 611 Texas Avenue or call them 580-256-4324. Smith & Co. Northwest Glass, powering Boomer Sports on KFZ FM Woodward this season. Out of the timeout, Weatherford with the possession as they lead 56-46, 3:25 left in the game. Boomers applying that pressure in the backcourt. Smith zips the pass across the timeline to Nelson. So calmly take it back. Now they'll play those high corners. As I say that, Smith attacks, kicks in the corner of Bryant. And sure enough, Weatherford works it around. Double team comes to Epp, finds Nelson on the baseline right side, back out to Epp in the corner. Epp wants to attack the basket, bounce down to Bryant. Boomers force the turnover. Gaines comes away with the steal, 3-on-2 the other way. Laredo gets in the paint, goes over Smith for the shot, no good. Laredo thought he had a good look, and he's going to come up for foul. Bit of a frustration one there for Aaron. 4 fouls for him. 4th of the quarter for the Boomers, 1 more, and free throws the other way. Weatherford, for what it's worth, also with 4 fouls. As Laredo will check out, Roach in. So it's Talley, Roach, Reed, Gaines, and Hutchins the 5. As Smith inbounds for Weatherford, deep right corner, it's Epp. He breaks out of the double team, gets it across the court safely. Right side, finds Nelson, cuts to the basket, and he gets the layup. Nelson with 6. Boomers trailing by 4, 58-46, 2:40 left. Gaines thinking about the right wing 3 instead. Hop steps in, gets poked at, it's loose. They say last touch by Weatherford. As Jacoby Flynn looks like he's all right. He'll check back in, take out Cash Weiberg. Now, Coach Gaines wants the timeout to talk about things. Yeah, Coach Bull take a timeout a second ago. Coach Gaines with one down. 2:34 left. Boomers trailing by 12, 58-46. And for what it's worth, Chris, you look at the previous matchups for the Boomers. You lost to Weatherford by 21, 69-48 to begin the season. You fell to them by 21 again a week later, essentially, 57-36. As you were talking about, Woodward's played well enough to be within reach of this game. Some looks haven't gone down. You can clean up some of those turnovers. So it's a better effort.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, this is an undefeated Weatherford team still. I mean, I know it's going to be tough. These boys really want to take down Weatherford one time. But this is a lot of, I mean, you talked about it earlier. This is a lot of pride, championship tradition now after they won last year that you got to deal with. It's not easy.
Yeah, and, you know, there's definitely some disappointment coming out of this game.
Gaines hits a catch-and-shoot three off the inbounds. Cuts it back to a 9-point game, 58-49. Boomers trying to get the turnover the other way. Nelson racing down to the paint, and, yeah, Tyler last touch, almost a turnover.
There's going to be some disappointment coming out of this game because I think that there's going to be some players who are going to look back and say, man, maybe if I would have just done maybe this different throughout the game.
An extra pass here,
yeah,
you know, something like that.
So there's going to be a level of disappointment. But, you know, you look at growth in the season, you look at the minutes on the floor, you look at who it is you're competing against, and games like this are great for prepping for postseason play.
And Weatherford playing a little catch now just under 2 minutes ago, trying to keep it away from the Boomers as Weatherford leads by 9, 58-49. Boomers have forced a couple turnovers in this scenario, but Weatherford really used that clock to their advantage. Epp top the key. Reed trying to maybe even foul him as Epp drives, dumps down to Bryant. Good shot, miss as Gaines with the defense. He gets a rebound, pushing in transition. Poked at by Nelson. Spins to the paint. The tough leaner got the slap, draws the foul. Kane Gaines saying, hey, we're in the closing stretch. I'm going to push.
Yeah.
Second foul on Nelson. And again, your mind boggled by how do you let a guy that long get by you like that? But that's how Gaines, that long, wiry frame, he can move around like that.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is his hip level.
First free throw off the mark, by the way. In and out.
He gets a very low line hip level when he wants to drive, and it just makes it really difficult for you to.
Second free throw good from Gaines. He's got 20. But I was going to say, to that point, it's like he folds himself in half
100%,
almost.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see.
Look at the horizontal bend on his next possession.
Weatherford breaks the press quickly the other way and flying in as Cooper Bryant gets another layup. He's got 22. And Weatherford a foul the other way. He'll send the Boomers to the line with just a minute 21 left. So, and they will get Jacoby Flynn his third. Cooper Bryant, though, with 22 on the night. Jackson Smith with 23. They've combined for 45 and 60. So the Boomers have at least forced the superstars to step up, and they have for Weatherford. Cole Reed was the guy fouled. He'll go to the line looking for points 14 and 15. There's 14 on the first free throw.
And you look at the last few games for the Boomers, Gaines and Gage have been that for the Boomers the last few nights, and unfortunately tonight that's not what's on our side of the scoreboard.
Reed makes the second. He's got 15. Boomers trail by 8, 60-52, 118 left, 2-on-1 the other way for Weatherford. As Bryant gets it up top, they swing it back up to Smith. Now it's going to play keep away or find the easy basket. Bounce on the baseline to Bryant. Double team. Kick out to Smith smartly. That's the other thing with Weatherford. The passing so crisp a lot of times. Smith takes it, kicks back out to Epp. Weatherford just working those high corners. Boomers close in on a double team with Epp and Gaines. And a foul by Cole Reed. Probably a smart one as the clock ticked down to 53 seconds. Reed only his second, but it does send Weatherford to the line. As it'll be, I believe that's Cash Weiberg. First free throw up. That's good. It is Weiberg. Weiberg with his first point of the day. Gives Weatherford 9-point advantage, 61-52, 53 seconds remaining. Second free throw on the way. That one rails in. So 2 points for Weiberg, and it puts Weatherford back up by 10. As Jacoby Flynn checks back in. A little defense for offense there. And Flynn, sure enough, gets the steal in the transition as the Boomers try to work it right wing. Now Weatherford cross timeline with Nelson. He'll just pull it out. 43 seconds remains, and Hutchins and Reed crashed to him, and there was a foul on one of the two. And they get Gage for his third.
Yeah, I say Flynn's hamstring is okay.
Yeah, I think he's all right.
I think he sprung right back up.
Shook it off a little bit. Up to the line for 2 free throws. First one clanks out. And if you're Woodward, this is how you're going to have to find a way back in. Missing some free throws, some quick 2s or 3s. Second free throw rouse home for Epp. He splits the pair. He's got 7. Boomers the other way. Reed on the handle, taking the inbounds from Roach. Spins into the paint, drives. Oh, nice layup from Reed. And Weatherford kind of making sure there's no 3-point opportunity available. As Reed with 17, Weatherford breaks press the other way. Bryant leans in, gets the foul. It's another and one for Cooper Bryant. He's got 24. That one might just put this away. And they get Luke Talley for the foul, his 4th. So 24 seconds remains. Weatherford up by 11, 65-54, and Bryant makes it 12 with the free throw. He's got 25 to lead the way. And yep, Coach Gaines going to say, all right, time to save what leg you can. As we see Dawson Heckert, Austin Rowland, Crosby Reed, Colton Bowers, and Jesse Tree step into the ball game. And Weatherford going to answer in kind as well with a fresh crop of players. As they will send in Peyton Stalder, Connor Silman, Weston Short, as well as Tyler Brown into the ball game, and Pearson Tucker. So it's Crosby Reed for the Boomers. Sends it left side to Heckert with 15 seconds. Top key to Rowland. To Treese in the corner to Bowers. Passes up to Reed with 7 seconds. Reed wants to attack, has a kick back to Bowers with 3. He'll launch from that corner. That's off the left side. Rebound fought for, and that's how we end it. Weatherford takes it over Woodward 66-54 as they remain undefeated. We'll step aside for a break. Come back with your post-game wrap. It's Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
Great teams aren't carried by just one player. They're built on trust, determination, and people who show up for each other. Bank of Western Oklahoma does the same with your finances. We make decisions right here at home with lenders who know how to hustle for your goals. Bank of Western Oklahoma works like a true team. We're motivated, loyal, and ready to help you win your next financial game. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
This is Matthew Mitchell with Van Tyler Group in Woodward, Oklahoma. We're more than a dealership. We are part of this great community. Our employees live here. Our kids go to school with yours. We work, ranch, and our kids show right here in Northwest Oklahoma. We proudly give back by supporting local schools and local youth programs across the area, something the big city dealers don't do. We're here, and we stand behind what we sell. We've got a great selection, and if I don't have what you want, I'll get it for you. We want to earn your business. At Van Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the more we sell, the more we can give back. Because when you buy local, we all win.
contest. The Boomers fall to 9-5 on the season. That stops their 4-game win streak. Weatherford improves to a still perfect 14-0 as they hold the number 6 ranking in Class 4A. Let's take a look at your final stats. Mention that Weatherford had won the first and second quarter. They also won the third quarter 17-12. The Boomers did win the fourth 20-17, but not quite enough to pull back into really contention in those final minutes. Got as close as 8, but that's as close as Weatherford would let them get. The Eagles, led by their star players, Cooper Bryant, 25 tonight, did a lot of work down low. Jackson Smith, solid as well. He had 23, including 2 3-pointers. No other Weatherford Eagle got double digits. He had Dylan F with 7, Hunter Nelson with 6. Their next leading scorers for the Boomers was Caden Gaines with 20 points. Cole Reed with 17 to lead them. Gage Hutchins, after having those career nights Tuesday and Friday, had 7. Not for lack of trying. Weatherford just did a good job to highlight him, if you will. And then you had Luke Talley and Aaron Laredo with 4 apiece, 2 from Grace and Roach for the Boomers. And Chris, as we were talking about, I mean, you kept it a lot closer this time around. Weatherford, though, still able to control things. That's that championship DNA. Some good notes to take, though, for the boys. You know, some things you're able to do well there. You got some pressure on Weatherford, got them sped up at times. Just you let them get that advantage on you early, and it's tough to claw back against a team like that.
It really is. I mean, these guys are conditioned. They, you know, the coach understands what it takes to be mentally, physically in shape for championship play. So that's what you're going to get. And it doesn't even have to be championship night, but that's the mentality you're going to have against a team like this. I see it in soccer all the time with teams like Clinton or Heritage Hall, or, you know, they're going to be a championship level team no matter what part of the year it is, right? And so as we spoke before, just got to find a way to frustrate teams like that, make it so it's a new experience for them, make it to where, just like tonight, the previous 2 nights they beat us by 21. Tonight we could have been in a 6-point, 5-point, window.
Yeah.
So we were close. We were close to their uncomfortable, them being uncomfortable in this game. And so there is positives to take from this. It is eye-opening. I say eye-opening. It is a certain level of awareness to know that when Gage and Gaines aren't at that 50-point mark, right? Like, if you look at it, like, Gage has had, 75 points, 80 points in the last 3 games combined? Like, I mean,
right, yeah, exactly.
And tonight, did he have 20? So.
Right, and to that point, consistently, Reed, Gaines, and Gage could apply for that 50 to 60 range, and if you could hold them under that, Weatherford's going, we like our chances, and that's what they got tonight.
Yep.
So the Boomers fall to 9-5 on the season. A couple updates in college basketball. Unfortunately, not a good night for the OU and OSU side of things. OU falls to South Carolina on the road 85-76. They go to 11-8. And for the Oklahoma State men, a heartbreaker. They held on against Kansas State last time out, but they fall on the road to TCU 68-65 to send Oklahoma State with a loss now to 14-5 on the season. So with that, we'll step aside for a final post-game break and get you set for what is ahead tomorrow and the rest of the week. It is Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
Keep your home safe and secure with Arlo Secure from Pioneer. Our battery-operated doorbell cameras and solar-powered outdoor cameras make it easier than ever to protect your home. Enjoy 2K video resolution and instant alerts day or night, starting at just $15 a month. Visit GoPioneer.com today and enjoy peace of mind with Arlo Secure.
boys as well. Fall 66-54 the final there. Chance to see Weatherford again over the rest of the week, as tomorrow we will be at the Buckle of the Wheat Belt Invitational in Kingfisher on Z92. Those tournaments, just like many others, or that tournament, just like many others in the area, moved up a day due to that potential weather hitting across Friday night into Saturday. The girls were supposed to play Guyman, but Guyman on the road tonight against Midwest City. They pulled out for tomorrow at least. So that means it sounds like the Woodward girls will take on Hera JV at 1 o'clock to begin things, and the boys will play later at 5:30 against a very high-powered Chisholm Longhorn squad. And also featured in that tournament, of course, Kingfisher. We talked about Weatherford being there, Perkins Tryon, Hera, and Guthrie all taking part. And we'll see Guyman's status on the weekend as well. And don't forget, we will continue with Roundball Roundup tomorrow night on K101 with Michael Barnes leading that coverage. He'll be at Shattuck for the Shattuck Shootout, and he'll have the 6 o'clock, 7:20 nightcap games. Will be Visay O'Keene on the girls' side, and then O'Keene and Boise City, which should be a fun one on the boys' side to close the night. We'll also have the 6 o'clock, 7:20 games on Thursday and the championship games on Friday night. Other teams featured in that tournament got Balco Forgan, as well as Hooker Arnett, Sayer, a part of that, and we mentioned the rest already. So that should be a pretty good tournament there. Visay boys ranked number 2 in the state in Class B2, so some high-powered teams. Hooker always good on both sides as well, so it should be a fun one for the Shattuck Shootout. But with that all said, Chris, any final thoughts tonight before we depart us? Made your season debut just for it to come to end so fast. Not to say we won't have you on later, but
yeah, no. Ultimately, I think on both sides there was good performances. Going forward, health is obviously something to pay attention to. Keep legs fresh, and treat this weekend almost as a development opportunity, as much as you want to be competitive and see what you can earn. But the season doesn't end on Monday, Sunday, whatever. The season ends here in about a month and a half's time. So how can players grow, and where are we going to end up at the end? So super excited, happy to see some performances tonight. Just looking forward to what develops in the next 8 weeks' time.
And we'll see how the Boomers attack that Buckle of the Wheat Belt Invitational tomorrow. Again, have those games on Z92 for you, as well as we will Thursday and Friday. And don't forget, due to that weather, things, if it gets hairy a little bit Friday, there's a chance they move things to Monday to finish that tournament, so keep that in mind. Of course, we will keep you updated for the rest of the week. With that said, everybody, we hope to catch you on the flip side, as we'll be right back with you tomorrow afternoon. For that, though, we hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday night. For my guy, Dakota Wagner, back at the studio producing things, make sure you run smooth. Chris Godwin pulled multi-duty, not only on Z92, but Boomer TV doing an excellent job. And for myself, again, we will catch you tomorrow. Buckle the Wheat Belt Invitational, Round 1 there in Kingfisher. Have a good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Woodward Boomer Sports on News Talk Sports Z92. Follow the Boomers all season long on Z92